Hello and welcome. This is a no-death tutorial of Dark Souls Remastered. This is going to give you the safest possible strats for trying a no-death run in the game. So if you're interested in doing it, I'm not going to do any extreme skill stuff, so it's going to be very basic. And I'll try to explain as much as I possibly can before we continue. So a no-death any percent run of Dark Souls Remaster means anything that gets the job done to finish the game. It doesn't mean all bosses. It doesn't mean all achievements. It's very basic. It's whatever bosses you need to kill to finish the game. The only real rules in a no-death any percent run is number one, no glitches, no boundary breaks, no big skips, no AI breaking, nothing like that. Basically, it's a pure run from scratch. It's very, very simple. There's a lot to take in, a lot of information, a lot of different stuff. So, just be aware, some of this isn't just based on preparation. A lot of it is based on skill and knowledge of the boss's movements. So, it's extremely important that if you're going to continue, that you know that you're skilled enough to take on certain bosses, i.e. Gwen, of course, i.e. What do you call it? ONS, Ornstein and Smo, is definitely the roadblock. It's going to be the roadblock for most people trying to run this no death because they're very difficult. It took me a long time to learn them. So, but that being said, let's go ahead and start the tutorial. So, we're going to start a new game, of course. I'm going to name this character after myself. And I'm gonna pick a specific class, and there's a reason why I'm picking this class. I'm gonna pick the Hunter. The Hunter is probably the most in-between class you can get. Starts with a bow, all this stuff. But if you end up getting like a Black Knight Halberd or whatever to drop, then this is probably the best. And if you don't get any of that, you can always revert to using like the regular Halberd, basically. Or even the Crystal Halberd, and we'll be running the Crystal Halberd route because it's the safest and assured, basically. We won't have to worry about a Black Knight drop, essentially. So, we're going to grab the Hunter, and we're going to get the Master Key, and we're just going to do whatever with the character, basically. Doesn't matter what she looks like, doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, doesn't matter. The only thing, too, is that if you do, depending on the character, so like let's say you are doing a speed run, right? And this is not common knowledge. If you're trying to do wrong warp in speed run, that the female characters have an inconsistency because of their sex. Believe it or not, this is a thing. So if you're doing an actual speed run in the game, it's better to use a male if you're using wrong warp because it's a far more consistent thing. So, keep that in mind if you're doing a speedrun to only pick males in order to do it in Dark Souls Remastered. For some reason, the game is sexist that way. I don't know why. It's just how it goes. I'm going to time this. There's no reason to time this. Don't worry about timing yourself. It doesn't make sense to time yourself, especially if this is your first time doing a no-death run. So, I'm just going to do this for posterity. But I've done glitched games, I've done glitchless games, I've done all kinds of different stuff. But those are usually meme runs, and I already have 366. I've done like 350 without glitches. So I mean, think about it that way. Like I've earned the right to use glitches. So of course you get the key first. Undead Asylum is pretty basic. Obviously, if you've played the game and you're trying a no-death run, you already know what to expect in Asylum. It's a very simple area, nothing too crazy. I don't know if I'm going to get the double attack because sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. And I play a lot of different games, so sometimes my input for my fingers doesn't work the same way it should. So, what's up, Devin? Welcome. What's up, Mark? Welcome. So, yeah, we're doing tutorials today. Obviously, the fucking Asylum Demon is going to drop down. You can't kill him yet unless you want to go ham on him with your fist, but I don't strongly suggest it on a no-death run. I could do it. I've done it before, but it takes 15 minutes to kill him, so it's not really worth it. It's a waste of time. Thanks for the GGs on yesterday's wins. I appreciate it, man. So we get a shield here. It's not the best shield, but it's a fucking shield, nonetheless, right? This guy is a pain in the ass. He likes to shoot you in the face while you're running. You're going to get the short sword right here. You could kill this guy, you could run past him. I mean, you can make him Christmas dinner. Who really gives a shit, honestly? Just don't get killed by this guy. We're gonna enter into the fog gate right here. There's gonna be a boulder on the staircase right here. I don't know who put a boulder up there, but it was an interesting practical joke, and somebody really loved fucking Indiana Jones or something. But run alongside here, fall off, let the boulder smash the wall, and then we meet our first friend, Oscar. And this is another thing too on speedruns, like any percent, whatever, world record, doesn't matter. The fastest way to get the Estus Flask is not by killing him, because his death animation takes too long. The best thing to do is just spam talk. It's actually faster to spam talk than to wait for him to die, surprisingly. Which you would figure killing him would be faster, but no. There's a dude at the top of the stairs. Watch out for this guy. You can kill him in any way you see fit. If you need the bonfire beforehand and you've gotten, you know, lit up and you're already... I don't know how that guy could waste 5 Estus Flasks, but the easiest way to grab the bonfire is right here. Pretty easy stuff.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
When you open this door with the key that Oscar gave you, around the corner there's going to be a bow. If you guys donate, let me know, please, because I won't know. Yeah, we need 1 coin only thing going on, so like 50 cents would work, basically. So there's going to be 2 dudes over there and 1 guy with a bow, and 2 dudes are going to rush you as soon as they see you and you get in the line of sight. If you grab that bow, they will see you automatically. Doesn't matter. So you could either run up and then get ready for them, but the best way to get ready for them is to stand right here like this and then get ready for an R2. So you want to come here like this. R2 takes care of most of them usually. And see, I just fucked that up. But you won't hit the wall if you try to angle yourself in a certain way. In order to do so, gotta wait for this dude to stop shooting or just run past him. It's pretty simple. And our first boss, double jump attack. I'm gonna try it. No, I missed it. It's alright. If you hit the R2 and the forward at the same time, she does a jump attack. If you do a plunging attack right after, it does double damage, which will actually make the boss fight go much quicker. And she's not playing well at all. She's just like eating my time up. But the best place, the safest place is behind her, usually, if she's not just jumping for no reason. Pretty easy boss. Don't get killed by that boss. If you do, then you have a lot of work to do, basically. So we just got the key and a humanity, and now we're on our way out. Okay, so like I said, this tutorial's for anybody who wants to try one that doesn't... I mean, they're not extremely skilled at the game, or maybe they're intermediate, doesn't matter, right? So, like, there are options here, obviously, for optimization of damage. I mean, you could go down to the catacombs and you could grab the Grave Lord's sword, and it's quite good. You can grab it super early in the game, and it will definitely decimate most of the early area enemies, which we're not going to do because most people would probably not try to go grab it on a no-death run, which makes sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to optimize our ability to survive, our survivability. So what we're going to do is we're going to collect items. So we're going to collect those humanity, collect the fire bombs, because we'll need those later. And we're going to go collect Homeward Bones, and we're going to collect, I don't remember, I think they're called Lloyd's Talismans in this game, but they're basically undead hunting charms, whatever you want to call it. Same fucking thing, basically. The function of an undead hunting charm / Lloyd's Talisman is that it puts mimics to sleep without having to attack them. It's very important to remember that, because we're going to need that later on. So we get 6 Homeward Bones from this chest, and then we get some Lloyd's Talismans from this chest. I think there's like 4. There's 4 in there. We won't need more than 2, really, to be honest with you, but... So now we're going to run back up. Yeah, we're doing a guide. It's been years since I've done my guide, so... And this is for, like, anybody who wants to try it. It's not for extremely skilled people or anything. This is a broken straight sword. I mean, it's rough doing it that way, you know what I mean?
Damn, son.
So, we're gonna go to the place that most people wouldn't want to go. Is Blighttown right now. The reason is because the amount of souls that they have down there will allow you a +5 upgrade for a gargoyle fight. And that's kind of what we want. We want to have an upgraded weapon. Another thing is they're extremely weak to lightning. So keep that in mind when we continue through the berg, the undead berg. So we're going to come down here off the lift. And make sure when you do this, you always step back on the platform so it goes back up. So you don't have to worry about falling to your death when you have to go back down, because that's very important. I'm sure about 1 billion people have died to not putting that platform back up. At least 1 billion. I know I've died to it a bunch of times because I'm an idiot. But grab this soul item, large soul. And then we're going to go grab another soul item. And this could be considered dangerous, but you have to know where to stand, basically. All the items next to the dead dragon are actually attainable without even waking them up. You just have to be really cautious and really careful. So we're gonna walk up to the undead dragon. Just keep a wide berth and stay right at first. And then when we come up to him, we're gonna walk to the soul right here, literally right to this knuckle, and we're just gonna grab the soul. Pretty simple. But you can grab all those items in there, even the one by his mouth, without fucking waking him up, if you're really careful. But you have to be really careful to do that. So, alright, so when we walk into the cave that leads to Blighttown, there will be 2 enemies, and they will have clubs. And sometimes they'll swing, and sometimes they won't swing. You have to recognize the animations, because if you don't, you will get hit. You won't necessarily instantly die, but, I mean, getting down to Blighttown is going to be a lot worse. So, you'll be poisoned already, because they instantly poison you if you're not wearing armor. So, it's very important to remember that. And their poison is more deadly than the poison in Blighttown. It will kill you faster. So we have 2 dudes here. We'll have to watch the animations. This guy's not going to swing. That guy's going to swing, so we're going to roll. Then we're going to come to this guy. This guy might do the same thing. It's a 3rd dude right there. And, I mean, you could, by proxy, just go down the ladders. I mean, it's normal to go down the ladders, but I don't usually do that. I go down the first ladder for safety reasons. What's up, Oswaldo? The next ones I roll off of, but you gotta know the precise roll here. So you can just jump down there, hit that ladder, go down the ladder, so on and so forth until you get to the bottom. But the problem with that is that once you get to a certain point, there's a poison guy right here who shoots at you. That will destroy you with toxic, basically. And that's why I don't do that. I usually I opt for just rolling off like this, and then rolling like that. Because the dude that's shooting right there will hit you. You can drop the ladder, or you can drop down the ladder, or you can just do what I did, was drop off there. So we're gonna hit this platform going down, right? And we're gonna try to get right here and go this way. So what we're doing is we're on a mission to collect souls. You can land on top of that platform. It's much safer too. I didn't mean to fall off right there, don't do that. But around this corner right here, there's a large soul item right here. Just bait this guy's attack. Grab this. Don't worry about the poison, it won't kill you right away. Take your time. So we'll get to about, I'm gonna say this platform, not platform, column, and then heal up real quick. And then we're gonna go right for that soul item over there. But you gotta be quick because a dude falls down from the sky. If you don't, and he will hit you and you will get trapped and you will die. So now we're gonna go and grab this bad boy right here. Which is right here. Now you could go and get the ring that I usually get, but since this is for beginners, I'm not gonna show that. You could go to the Great Hollow and get the Chloranthy ring if you know where to drop down. It's a bit much if you don't understand the mechanics of where to stand and all this stuff and where to fall, so I don't want to do that to you, so I don't want to confuse you. So we got all these items. So we got a soul of a proud knight.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
3 large souls of a proud knight. Pretty good souls for early game. That grosses about 14,000 almost, depending on if the dude fell off from the branch and died or whatnot. But we're only going to level our vigor. That's it. So we're going to level vitality to 15. Okay, for survivability. Quite literally it. If you feel more comfortable wearing some armor, wear some armor. If you don't, then if you feel comfortable like I am, then do what I'm doing. So these guys, you can dispatch them however you see fit. If you want to kill them, kill them. If you don't want to kill them, don't kill them. I don't usually kill them. There's no reason to. It's a waste of my time, so I never do it. For continuity reasons, I tend to not kill a lot of enemies. This guy is kind of dangerous. He can get you trapped. This guy right here will either Michael Jordan over your ass or you will have to kill him. You can also walk alongside him to the right side, but it's dangerous because he can also knock you off, or you can get clipped by the firebomb throwing dude, and you don't want to do that. When we come up here, there'll be 3 dudes. There's going to be one guy in this corner, there's going to be one guy in that back corner, and then there's going to be one dude in the far corner over here across the bridge. The dude in the far corner, so these guys don't necessarily have ranged attacks, but this guy with the firebombs does. So the best way to bait these guys is to walk up next to them and keep running. And what it does is when you walk up next to them, it locks them into an animation, an attack animation, which allows them not to follow you, essentially. That's the reasoning. That's the reason why it happens that way. So, like, I go here, he gets locked, that guy's kind of following me, but since I have the iframes from Foggate, it won't do anything. This dragon's going to come up, but to avoid the stagger, I usually walk back here because it's considered a hit and a hitless run. I've become accustomed to it. These 3 guys roll 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Like that. Then go straight directly down to the merchant. And I'm going to show you something really interesting right now. These guys think you're on the lower berg, so what they're going to do is instead of following you down the stairs, they're going to go that way. See that head right there? They're going to go all the way to where those other guys are. I don't know why they do that. They just do. They think you're over there. They try to find a way to where you are, so they're going to go that way instead of towards you.
Well, now, you seem to trade.
So what we're going to do is we're going to purchase a couple of different things here. I'm going to buy... I'm going to say I'll buy 20 firebombs. So we'll buy 20 firebombs here. I'm going to buy the reinforced club, because it's actually one of the best weapons in the game. And just to have a better shield, we're going to buy the heater shield, which is actually one of the best shields in the game. We don't need anything else from this man. Literally nothing else. If you want something else from him for whatever reason, buy it now, because we're never coming back to see him. It's the end of that, basically. What's up, Willis? So, now we're going to run up. Those 3 guys will be gone. There'll be a crossbow man. You can kill that guy if you want. Which I will actually kill him this time because it's safer that way. Okay. There's going to be 3 dudes in there, but as long as you stay towards the front, only one of them will aggro on you. So that's why I usually stay right here. This one dude will aggro. That's it. Kill him because, like I said, Reinforced Club is OP. So this other guy, I'm going to circle around behind him. Because when that door opens, a knight comes in. Or not a knight, but an armed hollow. A really armed hollow will come in. And I'm going to backstab this guy. This guy's going to try to kill me real quick, and we have to kill him real quick. And like I said, backstabs are probably the easiest thing to do in this game. You could parry, you could do anything, but backstabs are definitely broken in this game. We're going up the stairs. There's going to be 3 dudes. 2 of them are going to try to either jump at you or attack you. One of them has fire bombs. Since you have the master key, it allows you to open a door, which will allow iframes so they can't kill you right away. Once you get in that doorway, though, be ready for a fight because they're going to attack you. They're going to come in. Sometimes they close the door. It's kind of weird. Doesn't make sense. So I'm going to... Yeah, see? That's what I mean. That's why you got to watch out for that. So... See, this gives you iframes like so. I'm going to break these tables because it gives me more room. And kill both of them. It is a one-shot with this weapon, which, like I said, for early game, this is super busted. So, I'm going to grab the pine resin. It's lightning damage. I'm not going to use it anytime soon. Honestly, not until we get to gargoyles. You could use it on Taurus Demon, but I feel like it's a waste. And I'm not going to show the dragon skip because most people would not try the dragon skip. It's very dangerous. You're going to have this hollow. You can kick a shield or you can parry him and kill him. It's a lot easier. Don't try to bash him. It's kind of a waste. These guys are based on proximity, so they won't attack you even if they see you. They'll only attack you if you move a certain distance in front of them. So, like, I could be, like, right here. He's not going to attack me. You can shoot him with a bow. You can throw fire bombs. You can do whatever the hell you want to these guys from this distance. They won't attack you unless you walk forward. But the key to this, and this is with all Souls games, believe it or not just this game. Even in Elden Ring, it's a thing. with proximity enemies to bait each separately. It's extremely important, except for NG plus Dark Souls 2, because there's traps set where people leash together, which is a completely different vibe and a completely different thing, and amplifies the fucking increased intensity of the gameplay quite a bit, actually. But there are a few leashed enemies in Dark Souls in general. There's a couple of different ones,
son,
but...
Where'd you find this?
So this guy, I'm going to bait him by walking forward slightly, walk back, see how his friend didn't move. Proximity based, like I said, I'm gonna backstab him. Same, just do the same thing. Just kill this guy. Alright, so we are gonna need to kill the Black Knight, and this is the first trial. Black Knight's pretty simple. You can parry him to death. It's not that hard to parry him to death, actually. But what we're gonna use is we're gonna use the method that's always very surefire. We have one of the best early game shields in the game, like quite literally one of the best. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for a backstab. And the way to do that is when he does like a forward thrust to get right behind him. It doesn't mean that you will use the shield to do it, but if you end up missing or you end up getting too like far away from him, he will slash you, and this will allow you to survive. And it's kind of broken because shields in this game are way too good, honestly. So we have to wake him up basically and wait for a straight thrust like that and then backstab. And we're just going to rinse and repeat basically. The same thing. We're going to get distance to bait his AI, move forward, get behind him, backstab. He might drop the Black Knight sword. He might not. It doesn't matter. What we really need is the chunk that he drops. You're hungry again? You're always hungry, boy. Just get a certain distance away, and usually he doesn't do that, but he did the double hit. He hardly ever does the double hit. When he does this, just block the shit, honestly. See, he'll get locked into doing this a couple times, but as long as you let go of the shield, your stamina will regen. So we want him to get further away. We want to bait this specific attack right here. Yeah, this is tutorial. The forward thrust is the easiest to punish with a backstab here. So get a good distance away. Because that distance will allow him to do a running attack that will lead into a thrust attack, always. See what I mean? And we got the chunk, so that's what we need. We needed the chunk. Very important. Alright, so upstairs there's a barrel. You can do the barrel skip. I do it all the time now. But it's not worth it, especially if you haven't played this game enough and you're still learning. So what we're going to do is we're going to bait the barrel trap. Walk up here, walk this way, come back down. Then this guy's going to come attack you. Kill him however you want to kill him. Doesn't matter how you kill him as long as he's dead. Upstairs is Taurus Demon. We don't need to kill Taurus Demon this run. If you want to kill Taurus Demon for some extra souls, go for it. Go nuts. But I don't need to. So, I mean, it's really dependent on what you want to do, essentially. Right here, there's going to be a Crystal Lizard. You want to kill the Crystal Lizard because he has a chance drop of a chunk, which he did drop, which we will need later on. And since we have the Master Key, we can open the other part of the tower, which is where we're going. Now, this part right here is detrimental. If you see Havel and you want to kill him, go for it, and you're good at it. I'm pretty decent at it. I've done it like at least 1 billion times. But there are people that are terrified by Havel, and it's understandable because he hits like a fucking truck. If he hits you once and you're at this level, he will kill you. There's no doubt about it. So we're not going to kill him. And there's no reason to kill him because I don't wear armor. But if you really want armor and you really want the Havel's ring, go nuts. I personally don't ever really wear armor except for maybe on specific runs. So we're going to get him to be aggravated. We're just going to like run upstairs. He's going to be behind you. You're going to hear him. Alright, but you're going to wait for him to get like right here and you're just going to hop off. Like that. And then go the other way and quickly hop off. Open the door before he gets here and just run away. Pretty simple shit. Nothing too insane. If you want to kill him, go for it. It might be worth it for you if you're planning on wearing armor, which I'm probably not going to wear. So since we did all that, we don't need that soul item over there. There's no reason to go towards the Hydra. There's no reason to go towards the crystal golems. There's no need for any of that shit. It's basically a total waste of time. So we're going to come up here like this, and there's going to be a better bow. And the reason why we're grabbing this bow is because of Interlando. Interlando is extremely important with a bow if you're doing a no-death run and you're not trying to, you know, speed run the fucking place. But up here, there's going to be a long bow, way better bow than the one we currently have. There's a spot to drop off without taking damage right here, and then right here, like this. Okay? So there are two options here. You can kill the Black Knight here, or you can run past him. I tend to kill him to see if I can get the Black Knight Halberd drop. I'm going to kill him this time because I like killing him. It's pretty fun. But the easiest way to do it is to bait him up, and when he's coming up the hill, to roll here like this, and then just roll directly down there. You won't die. You'll grab the shield, and then run back into the cave. Wait for him to reset, and then run past him. Okay, that's the easiest way to deal with him. You don't have to bother with him if you don't want to. But I'm going to kill him, because I always do. So, I'm going to bait him up like this. The easiest way to kill him is this way. Since we have a good shield already, we don't have to worry about it. We're just going to block here. And then we're going to get behind him, and then we're just going to hit him in the back, right to the edge of the cliff, and he'll die instantly. Like that. Alright, so the other way of doing this is he comes up like he was doing right now. You run past him on the right side here, right? And then what you do is you come directly here and just drop off. Like this, and grab the Grass Crest shield, which is another really good shield. And then run into the cave here. If you're right here, you're in the safe spot. What he'll do is he'll run out like this. He'll run out like this, and he'll look at you kind of. And then what he'll do is he'll start walking backwards, like this, right? As he's walking from this point of the rock right here to this point of the rock right here, he will not attack you. I don't know why, but he won't. Which gives you a window to run past him. So that's something. It's food for thought. It's really easy to do. Actually, it's surprising. All right, so now we're gonna go up. We're gonna go upstairs. There's another crystal lizard. Hopefully, drops another chunk. The reason why chunks are extremely important is because we're running the crystal halberd. The crystal halberd is notoriously good, but it's also terrible at the same time. I don't know if you know what that means. Basically, crystal weapons cannot be repaired at all. Once you've used them, they are done. You can't fix them. Once they're broken forever, basically. So the reason why it's important to get chunks is because the only way to repair a crystal weapon is by upgrading it. And the only way to upgrade a crystal weapon is with chunks. So, you can't use anything but chunks to upgrade it, and that's extremely important because it's already at I think it's already technically at plus 11 by the time you get it anyways. So, that's why we're using the chunks. Alright, so all these, these hillsides are pretty simple, self-explanatory. Just run up here. There's going to be a tree dude. You can kill him if you want to kill him. I don't need to kill him. There's no reason to kill him. It's a waste of time for me. There's also a Titanite demon in there. I mean, you want to kill the Titanite demon, go ham, go for it. I don't give a shit. I don't have time for that. That's a waste of my time. There's no reason for me to kill him. I already have enough souls for a +5 upgrade, so he's going to shoot weird stuff sometimes. He's going to shoot in weird directions. I don't know why. But what you want is you want him to shoot in a specific direction that you're not facing, kind of. So he's good there. I'm going to give him a wide berth on the left-hand side. You can run right, too. Right next to him even sometimes, but I tend to run left. I think that's preference, really. So we're going to come up to Andre up here. We're going to buy exactly 9 Titanite shards. You need exactly 9, which is going to cost 9k. It's going to cost 9k, so... Or I was less than 9k, excuse me. We're going to reinforce this to +5. I'm going to show both ways of entering the bell area, and you can decide which version you prefer. It's really a preferential thing, whatever you feel is more safe or whatever, it doesn't matter, it's up to you really. So, I'm gonna rest here at this bonfire. And I'm going to show the first method, which is the speedrun method. Speedrun method is tried and true. It's been around for a very long time. It's classic. It's a classic little route, but it's very intense in the attention to detail. So it really just depends on whether or not you're comfortable with learning it or if you already know it. The thing with this is that, so like what'll happen is I'm going to run straight into that room, which is where the cathedral is, and then I'm going to go straight for the staircase. There's going to be a Balder Knight. I'm going to block. As I block, he's going to change his position to face like this. In doing so, I'm going to run past him. I'm going to enter a hallway that's full of hollows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to block 2 attacks from the left-hand side. After the 2 attacks are blocked, and sometimes they don't even attack twice, sometimes they only attack once, there's going to be a hollow in the main room right here that you need to go up into that's going to walk past the corridor. Because if he's stuck in this corridor like this, you're going to die. They're all going to attack you, you're going to die. What you want is you want him to be over here or over here. Once he's passed, then I'm going to run past him, and then I'm going to run past the other hollow and up the ladder. Okay? So I'm going to show you this. It's going to take some time to understand what's happening here. It doesn't look like much, but it's a lot of attention to detail. Okay, so this is the speedrun method. So we're going to run past all these dudes. You can grab that healing item in the corner over there. I'm not going to grab it yet. I'll grab it in a little bit. So there's a dude on the stairs, Balder Knight here. I'm going to bait this so he turns that way. I'm going to run through the hallway. I'm going to turn and automatically face left. And then we're going to run past that who just cleared the door like I said. And then up the ladder like this. And this is the speedrun strat. It's been around for a long time. It's classic. You know what I mean? And then we're going to do it the other way now. So I'll show you the opposite, the safer route. So that was the speedrun route. It's much faster. It's pretty damn effective if you know how to do it. It takes a lot of attention to detail, a lot of skill. It's one of my favorite things and most satisfying parts of the game, actually. One of the reasons why I keep coming back. The other alternative is to kill every enemy, and there's a safe way to do that, and we're going to do it right now. So the first guy is the crossbowman you want to kill because he's going to be a problem. Then this guy's going to follow you. Kill him however you see fit. Then we're going to dispatch this guy right here. There's going to be a Baldric Knight right here, and he's rough. The best thing to do is circle around behind him as fast as you can by running. You're going to swing 2 times and he might block the 3rd. No, he didn't. Sometimes he'll block the 3rd and he'll go back and heal. That's very important to remember. Okay. And then you can grab the Firekeeper Soul, which is a health upgrade. Alright, so I'm going to show you something I invented that no one else did before I did. I'm going to equip the bow. This strategy is completely my own. If somebody said they made it, they're full of shit. It's my fucking doing. I've ran 366 no-death runs. Like, I've run a lot of no-death runs. And I've never seen this strategy before I did it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take the bow like this. There's a crazy-ass wizard up there. It's called a channeler, and he does a lot of fucking damage. And he will kill you, and he buffs all the hollows in that room, which will kill you too. So, the best thing to do, and I did this on no-hit runs, I've done this on speed runs, I've done it on every type of run imaginable, level 1 runs. You don't even need to be able to use the bow, essentially. What you want to do is you want to stand right here, right next to the column, like this. You want to aim directly for him, and then you want to go all the way to that peak. You see that peak right there? The top of the roof right there? Hurl 2 firebombs and then roll directly back, because he will shoot at you. But 2 firebombs are going to kill him. And that's how you do that, cheese. Okay? The next guy is going to be this guy up here. You can kill him in any way you see fit. You can actually fling firebombs at him, and you won't do shit because he doesn't attack you because he's proximity-based. You can throw him from right here, actually. But we're not going to do that either. We're just going to kill him with the reinforced club. It saves us some time and shit. So, pretty easy R1. I mean, R2 just does the jump attack. Pretty simple shit. Now, these guys in here are the problematic part. Right? Because, like, they're proximity-based, but there's, like, I don't know, 11 of them or some shit. There's a lot of dudes in there. Okay? Luckily, fire bombs are what's called splash damage, which means that if it explodes near an enemy, it will cause damage. It doesn't matter where it explodes. So what we're going to do is first we're going to run up like this. We're going to focus on this guy, start fucking hurling bombs, dude. If they get too close, then fucking back up. But it will kill multiples. And multiples of fucking enemies at once because they are weak as shit. And that's how you clear the room. You can if you need to go back downstairs and wait for him to come, then do that. But it's one of the safer strats in the game. And it will allow you to do the same thing I just did, only a lot slower. Remember that. Time is important to some people. It is important to me. So now, since we're at the top of the ladder, as soon as you enter the fog gate, nothing will happen right away until you step about, I don't know, a quarter of the way into the arena. Then the boss fight will start. So, the thing with gargoyles, like I said, bosses in this game are skill-based. If you know how to fight a boss, you won't have problems. That's the thing I can't teach you is how to fight bosses. I can teach you what strategies would work against bosses, but ultimately it's up to you and your reaction timing and whether or not you're skilled at the game. I can't really make you good at the game. You either have to get good or be good already. I mean, that's the only way it is, or you just suck forever, basically. I can't make you any better at the game than you already are. So we're going to walk in here like this. We're going to get ready with the pineapple resin is what I call it, which is lightning damage, which they're extremely weak to. The first attack, I hope, is a lunging, like a giant jumping lunge attack, because I want to go for the tail. The tail causes a stagger, which will allow you 2 hits to the face. And this weapon does 2-hit stagger anyways, which means that if we hit somebody with 2 hits no matter what, they stagger, which automatically gives us a 3rd hit. So it's good DPS, and it's good damage. So I'm going to go ahead and start the fight. After half of his health bar comes off, then a second gargoyle will come down, but he's mostly geared towards shooting at you with fire, which is actually quite slow. So hopefully we kill him before the second gargoyle comes down. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes you have to fight both at the same time, but it really is dependent on your skill level and damage output and all that other shit. So I'm going to put on the lube now and get ready for the fight. So they're going to come down. I'm going to see what he's going to do. He's going to do that, which is not good RNG, honestly. But I'm going to hit him anyways, right here. And then hit his tail, like that, get the stagger, get the 2 hits to the face. Get him staggered again, hit him one more time. And then I'm going to get directly to the right side of this guy. And I'm going to hit him twice. And that's pretty much it, like, honestly. Oh, never mind, 3 times, excuse me. And then he's dead. Pretty simple, but you have to know exactly where to stand, what attacks they're doing, where to avoid hitboxes. So that being said, it takes skill to learn all that. You have to know all that. If you don't know all that, you might have some more trouble than I just did. But it doesn't mean you can't do this run. Anybody can do a no-death run, quite literally. So we're going to go ring the first bell of awakening, which is a part of Dark Souls. Of course, you have to ring the first bell of awakening. That's just how it goes. I mean, unless you're, of course, speedrunning where you do like the send, skip, and all that shit. But first bell of awakening is ring. Okay? Pretty simple shit. Yeah, I'm doing a tutorial, Cole. That's why I'm not really responding to chat. Get good to get good. That's the only way to do it, man. So there's 2 options. You can roll down, you won't die, or you can take the ladder. I'm just gonna drop. You won't die. I'm gonna buy 3 homeward bones from this dude, because you're gonna need more later anyways. But I always end up just buying 3. Since there's nobody in the hallway, we literally just wander out into Firelink Shrine, the shortcut. What's up, Gina? Welcome. Alright, so we're here, we're going down, we're gonna see a dude down there named Lautric. Lautric is a piece of shit. He's this game's, I don't know, psychopath. I don't know. I don't know what you fucking call him. A serial killer. I don't know. Some shit. There's something severely cracked in him. Let's just put it that way. He's not a good dude. He acts like he's good at the beginning, but you can kind of tell he's a fucking evil person just from the beginning. If you've never played this game, I strongly suggest like understanding this guy is not a good dude, and you do not want him to live. Okay. There are ways to deal with him. You can kill him while he's in the cell upstairs. I mean, that's probably what most people do. I don't do that. I'm doing good. I'm doing a tutorial on how to no death run Dark Souls 1 right now, but I'm doing good. But he's a piece of shit, and then if you don't kill him, he kills the Firekeeper, and then you have to go all the way to Anorlando if you want another Firekeeper. It's a fucking whole thing, man. It's a hassle. It's not fun. It's annoying. Super annoying, especially at a run like this one. I don't need to level, but if you want to level anything, you should probably level your vitality at this point, because nothing else really matters. So, I mean, I don't need a level. So, but if you do need a level, and what I'm using too, I changed my shields. I'm using the Grasscrest shield, which it helps with stamina reproduction, or what is it? What is the word I'm looking for? It's not reproduction. God, that's fucking sex terms. What's the word? I can't even think. What is it called? Regeneration. Yeah, stamina regeneration. It stacks with other stuff too, like the Chloranthy ring. Yeah. And like the Mask of the Child. This is why I always want to go for the Mask of the Child, basically. So, this guy's right here. You can kill him. You can fucking, stab him, parry him to death, whatever you want to do, right? But I choose not to do that because it's a waste of my time. Like I said, I'm really about time. So, what I'll do is I'll kick him off. And the way you do kick is basically forward in R1, but you have to have nothing in your hand. Like this. He won't fight you at all. He doesn't do any damage to do this to him. He doesn't even know what's going on. And you just do it again, and he falls directly to his death. And then you won't have to deal with him ever again, basically. We're going to upgrade our Estus Flask to +1. We're going to go downstairs, and we're going to go to Quelaag. Okay? If you wanted to kill those trees that I was talking about, the ones I have no time for, they give you purple moss clumps. If you kill enough of them, you'll probably find a bunch of them. It helps with the next fight, because a lot of people don't want to do the next fight poisoned. I totally get it. The other option is going down there, getting poisoned, getting to the entrance at Quelaag, and then just waiting until the poison's gone. That's another option, since you have 10 heals anyways. And we have Humanity, which basically full heals, essentially. You could just technically do that. You could just wait until your health bar was full again, and then go into the fight fresh, whatnot, and not worry about it. We're going to use the same method getting down there that we did the first time. Of course, 2 guys, 1 guy, ladders. So and so. That's the vibe here going to Blighttown. So 2 dudes, got to see if they're going to slap you. If they do try to slap you, roll. Obviously basic shit. Nah, nothing too crazy. They've got 2 different animations when it comes to hitting you in the back. One is extremely fast and the other one's really slow. So it just depends on what they're doing, and that's all RNG based. But you have to know how to accommodate that RNG. That's kind of what you're here to do. So we're gonna go exactly how we did it last time. We're doing it this time, but we're gonna go the opposite direction. There's a place where you can actually walk and not get poisoned. I've done it a bunch of times on certain runs, which is on the left-hand side, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to go directly through the fire. The giants aren't going to see you as long as you take a wide berth at certain points in this area. So we're just going to take a wide berth here. At the right-hand side, there's going to be a spider that's going to try to attack you, but don't worry about him. He's pretty easy to dodge. See? What's up, Bernard? Welcome. What's up, Shane? How you doing, man? I'm doing a tutorial right now for No Death Dark Souls 1, any percent. Then you enter this way. If you keep that wide berth, you won't get hit by the giants. But if you go towards the center, the giants will see you and start hurling boulders at your ass. So be very careful there. So now we're at Quelaag. I mean, like I said, you want to wait out the poison. You know, try to get fresh, go for it. I'm not going to because I don't need to. I'm just going to put my pineapple resin on this bitch and go ready for her. Alright, so this lady has very specific attacks. The safest strat is when she's puking. If you want to hitless her, the best thing to do is wait till she's puking to attack her. If you want to get a little ballsy, you can get up in her while she's swinging. It just depends on what you want to do. The first attack's usually a lunge or a jump or a puke. So if she's going to do a jump like that, we know she's stopping and jumping. Gonna run past. Don't stop because you will get hit and die instantly. She's gonna jump back after puking a lot of times. So, like that. You don't want her to get too far away because if she does get too far away, she will jump, and that jump will kill you. It will instantly kill you. There's no way to avoid it. You will die. So, like, to avoid it, you can just do this. Back away. Wait. You know, and then back away. I mean, it's pretty simple. Just make sure you don't get too far away from her because you do not want her to do the jump attack. There's no way to dodge it. You will die. So this you have to get kind of far away from so she doesn't poke you with it. And this is the puke attack you would use for her. This run right here. To exploit it and basically kill her. She'll do the explosion AoE too sometimes like this, so be careful. You can tell what she's gonna do based on how she moves her body. It's all about how she's moving, essentially. Alright, so I'll show you the other method of getting in. So, like, if she's gonna go swinging, for instance. She's not swinging. Well, we'll just punish this. She's gonna blow up. When she puts her head and her body down like that, that means that she's gonna explode. So she's done this swing, go left, and then go directly right, and hug the right. Like this, and then she'll jump away. If you stay in front of her, she will fucking hit you, and you probably die if you get hit too many times and you don't want that. That's how you can get in and get damage while she's swinging, quite literally. So here, in, out, swing 3 times, like this. That's how you can get in if you want to be ballsy. And that's Quelaag in a nutshell. I'll do a tutorial on No Death, No Bonfire actually right after this run, Jason. So if you're interested in watching that, I can do that. Alright, so we gotta ring the second bell of awakening.
Damn, son.
Now the gates to Sen's Funhouse is open. Alright, so you got options here. I mean, you can go in that room, become part of the Covenant, you know, drop your trowel, try to please the lady inside. Who knows what the fuck you want to do. I'm not going... There's a hidden wall here if you don't know, obviously. It leads to Quilana, which is Quelaag's sister. She has a Covenant, blah, 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 blah. You already know this. If you don't know this, now you know. But we're going to go straight down. We need the extra souls. Usually you don't fight this boss until you're about to come down here and fight the main bosses in the area, but you usually have to run around that way and go that way and blah blah blah. But it's I just do this. I mean, it's not safe, but I don't really care. And this is a big debate a lot of times with this boss because people are like, "Oh, you're gonna cheese him. Oh, you're glitching the game," but no, you're not. So I gotta explain Ceaseless Discharge just so we put some shit to bed here. Number 1, Ceaseless discharge run. From one point to another, and you smack his fist, right? It's a big, cheesy fucking mess, right? It looks like shit to some extent, right? But this is an intended way to kill the boss. Quite literally. And I'll explain the reason why. Miyazaki even stated this himself. What it is that Ceaseless Discharge is actually the brother of one of the sisters. Right? And what it is that he spent so much time in the false flame, around the false flame and all this, he became deformed and disfigured and shit. What's up, John? Welcome. You got the one hit mod? Nice, dude. That's fucking great, John. What's up, no caller, dude? Welcome. We're doing tutorials, guys, so I gotta keep talking. Sorry. I appreciate it, though. I'm excited to try your mod, John, by the way. Alright, so he's disfigured and he can't move. His arms are fused to his body, or one of his arms is fused to his body. So what happens is you walk in there, you steal his sister's clothes off of her corpse because she's dead. And what does he do? He gets pissed off. Well, I don't fucking blame him. He's mad. You're defiling his sister's corpse. Some bullshit right there. I'd be mad too, man. You know what I mean? And what he does is he rips his fused arm out of his stomach. And then what'll happen is, since we're going to do the run kill, is that he doesn't have legs the way he used to, so he can't really chase you. And if you look here, there's a giant gap. You see this giant gap? And what it is he has to jump from way over there on that platform to come get you. So what he does is he jumps and he puts his hand out and he's hanging onto the ledge. As he's hanging onto the ledge, then you punch his hand or hit his hand, and he loses his grip and he falls to his death. It's intended. It's not a cheese, it's not a glitch, it's intended. It's the way Miyazaki had intended to kill one of the bosses in the game, because he's really pathetic and he tells a story. So, I'm tired of hearing glitch, I'm tired of hearing fucking cheese. It's not a cheese, it's an intended way to kill him. Quite literally. Kinda like Iron Golem, yep. So of course what we do is we run all the way to the end. And we commit a home invasion, basically. Because that's what the fucking undead does in these games, is commit home invasions and murder innocent people for some reason. But that's just what he does. That's his job. Who knows why it's his job? He remains docile, this guy right here. He doesn't do shit to you. He's like, oh, motherfucker, what are you doing here? That's basically what he said. Until you rip the clothes off of his fucking dead sister. When he gets really pissed off. So we're gonna do that real quick. Then you gotta stand right here. You don't want to walk too far up. That blast will kill you right there. Run past him, and make sure to pump your run button, because you're gonna run out of endurance, and you get a penalty for running out of endurance in this game. So you want to make sure it doesn't go all the way down depleted, because you will run out of endurance completely and end up getting fucking killed by him. So you're gonna run all the way back to the fog gate. And you want to be literally right next to the fog gate on the left-hand side. It's the safe spot right here. Right here, in this spot. And he will jump to try to get you. Like that. And see, if you look, he's hanging off. His whole body's hanging off. This isn't a cheese. And you hit him exactly 6 times, and he dies. And that's how you kill him. Very simple. He drops a shit ton of souls. So that's why we do him in there. There's really no other reason to kill him besides the souls. We're gonna warp back up. Make sure you don't hit a bonfire unless you really want to. Not go back up right away. And now we have 55k, including Quilag's soul, which is more like I want to say like 60k. It's pretty damn good, right? Could be better, it could be worse, whatever, right? So, there are like a bunch of ways, a myriad ways of killing the Iron Golem. Honestly. A myriad of ways to kill the Iron Golem. It really depends on how you want to do it. Gravelord Sword is probably the easiest if you want to grab it. You can use the pick, you can use black fire bombs, or you can beat his ass the old-fashioned way with a club that's +5, which is painful. The same with the spear. Luckily, there's a spear in Sen's Funhouse. There's a spear up there, which is pretty damn good, actually. It's not the best, but he's super weak to pierce. He gets staggered super easy with it. So, it just depends on what you feel like doing, because, I mean, doing it with the club is actually not very fun. I've done it before with like a +0 club. It's definitely not good. It takes forever. You don't want to do that. So we're going to run back to the Undead Parish. And this is where you got to decide how you're going to go up there and what you're going to do. And the thing is, you got to understand, Sen's Fortress is one of those skill-based things. It's like a boss fight in itself. There's a lot of traps. You have to know the ins and outs of how to do Sen's Fortress run. It's actually really hard. I might make a tutorial just on that alone because there's a lot to learn there. What's up, Jake? So, that's why I say it depends on how you want to get up Sen's Fortress. It really does depend on you. And at the same time, you could go after getting the Flippy Ring, which I truly adore the Flippy Ring, honestly. It's one of my favorite things to get in the game. So, but I'm not going to get it because most people wouldn't get it now, maybe. You know what? You could get it. Let's do it now anyways. Alright, so we're going to rest here. What's up, Marcus? Welcome. We're gonna buy the 20k worth fucking key, or you could kill this guy, which, unless you're using dung pies, is not very easy. And we're just gonna buy the Crest of Artorias.
Don't get yourself. No.
Gonna run down. There's gonna be trees. You can kill the trees if you want to kill them. I don't need to kill them. There's no point in me killing them. I've said this a bunch of times. It's a waste of my time. Giant waste of fucking time and effort and energy, even. Not worth. It's not worth it. Unless you're doing like region lock no death. There's really no fucking point in doing it. So the dude that's gonna pop out right there. This dude's gonna attack you. Who cares? I don't care. So we're gonna open the gate. Just be careful behind you because this guy will attack you from behind. And I'm just gonna keep rolling like this. And these guys will attack you and they hit pretty damn hard and they will kill you if you fight them. That's why I suggest running down the middle and avoiding everybody. There's no point in fighting them. It's a waste of fucking time, basically. Go directly for the cat. They will de-aggro once you start talking to the cat. They won't chase you down in here as long as you're trying to join the Covenant. After you join the Covenant, two guys spawn in that wouldn't be here otherwise. So these two guys are never here. This guy and the ninja. The ninja is the most important part of this, okay? So, I'm going to explain this as best as I possibly can, okay? We're going to kick this guy off the cliff. Then we're going to quit out. But after we come back into the game, do not run. Walk like this. Go really slow, okay? Because if you walk, this motherfucker will turn around and kill you, alright? But if you sneak really slow, you won't even know you're there. So we're just going to go ahead and kick this guy. And you got to be quick with the inputs here because they will fucking attack you right away. You make sure he's dead because you get the 2K. Quit out. Like I said, very slowly. Oh, well, you saw me. That's what I mean. You got to be very careful, because if you're not very careful, they will fucking attack you. Since he saw me, which is fine, it happens, I'm going to go this way and run past everything. See how much health he took? Did you see that? Look at. I literally have, what, 1/3 of my health left from one hit from that motherfucker. But if you're really quiet, they won't even know you're there. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen, doesn't matter. Most of the time, it won't. Once you get to this point, they can't follow you anyways. Just fucking homeward bound. Pretty simple. The ring we got was called the Dark Wood Grain Ring. It's actually one of my favorite rings in the whole entire game. Did we grab it? We didn't grab it. Fuck, that means I have to go get it. Well, that's fine. I'll go grab it real quick. But the Dark Wood Grain Ring, I'll explain as I go grab it real quick. It's basically a ring that gives you more iframes. And if you don't know what an iframe is, iframes are basically your ability to dodge attacks. So a lot of times you'll see people in videos where it looks like they should get hit. You know what I mean? And they don't, because they roll time properly. And a lot of like unexperienced individuals be like, that should have hit you. I don't know why that didn't. I get that a lot, actually. And it's because it doesn't matter if the animation looks like it's going to hit you. What matters is invulnerability frames and hitboxes. Quite literally. So as long as you roll at a specific timing, you will completely avoid a hitbox. It doesn't matter if it looks like he's going to hit you or like he hit you at all. You can still avoid damage completely. And that's the thing about it. Just because it looks like it hit you doesn't mean it did hit you. Very important to understand that. Especially in a Souls game. Because the mechanics of the Souls games are very specific. Alright, so we need to bait this fucker away from that ring right there. Alright, now we gotta escape basically like fucking, what do you call it, it was the one-armed man! It's the fugitive, dude. Fucking, that's what we are right now, the fugitive. So we're gonna go this way. If you really need to escape, don't go in here. Don't go in these woods right here, okay? What you want to do is come down here. If you really need, if you get like stuck and there's some fucking thing happening right here, you can come down here. Come over here, there's a ladder. Okay? See this ladder? You gotta run to the ladder because there's a lot of trees, okay? And there's gonna be a good soul item here anyways. So I mean, if you get stuck like I did, that's the best way to avoid getting killed, basically. And it's a good soul item you get from doing that. So, I mean, you could just grab it and then run anyways. It doesn't really matter. But you get a Brave Warrior soul, which is pretty damn amazing, actually. So we got the flippy ring. And I'm going to show you the animation differences here. So this is a standard roll. Okay, this is like a fast roll, which gives you more distance and it covers more of an iframe, right? But then you have the flippy ring. The flippy ring does something completely different, which the Darkwood Green Ring, the description says, agents of subterfuge in this faraway land are particularly fond of dark gold wood grain. Blah, 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 blah. Special crafted in Eastern land, right? It alters the wearer's roll action, but it also increases your frames, your iframes. So it does, the animation's different. It's also detrimental that you take this ring off in certain parts when you're doing skips, because it will kill you too. So it's always good to kind of change that out. Like when we're doing the skip to Nito, what happens is that you have to take that ring off because you will roll off of a spot that you shouldn't roll off of and go too far and end up killing yourself. So if you go to catacombs, take that fucking ring off. It's a bad idea. Basically. So, okay, like I said, Sense Fortress is a skill-based thing. Okay, and I can try my best to explain it but you have to see it in action and do it yourself, basically, because there's a lot to go over. It's basically a boss. This is the boss right here, basically. Iron Golem ain't shit compared to this. So, there's going to be a trap right down the middle, number one. We want to run past these snakes. You can kill them if you want, but I run past them every time. Then there are going to be a series of fucking blades. There's going to be 4 exactly. There's going to be a spot in between that's the safe point. If the snakes are too close to you, they will hit you. So you got to run. Okay? Get to the center between 2 of the blades. And then wait for the other blades to pass. Then there's going to be another snake. Then there's going to be, I think there's another blade, if I'm not mistaken, behind him. Then you're going to go left. You're going to go all the way up the staircase, and there's going to be 4 more blades. And then there's going to be a fucking caster trying to kill you as you're trying to run past them blades. So, that's what I'm saying. This area, this is one of the things you need to practice if you're going to do a no-death run, because this fucking area is detrimental. And I usually keep my fist out because I end up having to bitch slap a snake out of the way. That's basically what I do. I'm going to load up the Lloyd's Talismans now so I don't have to do it later. But I'll try to explain it as best as I can as I'm running. The trap's right there. You don't want to step on it. It will shoot you and kill you. There are 2 snakes right here. We're going to run. We're also going to pump, though, so we don't run out of stamina. There's 1 here. 1 blade here. And these 2 blades you run past at the same time. Don't wait it. I'm going to get behind this guy. If you go along the right-hand side, you can. There's 1 blade behind him. Then we're going to run up the stairs. There's going to be 2 blades, and then 2 more blades. But this guy's casting. This shield is really good against lightning damage, so it will help. See? You want to get behind this guy. You don't want to fight him right there. You can heal up here if you really feel anxious about it. Now there's going to be a boulder falling down here. Wait for the timing for him to get hit. Run up this fucking corridor as fast as you fucking can. Open the fog gate. And as soon as you hit the fog gate, start running towards the other side of this room. It's kind of weird. You have to go left and just go down the fucking thing. Just go down. Just keep going down. Don't worry about the boulders. Just run. Now you're going to end up in a room here with a fucking mimic. Okay? We're going to use the Hunter's Charm on the mimic. Like so. Grab the spear. No, we gotta wait for the elevator. This guy is not gonna wake up before the elevator comes back down. So don't worry about it. We're gonna go up this and make sure that you start running towards the wall, because this is a trap. It will kill you if you stay in it. So we're going to do that. As soon as we get the frame to open, the opening there, we're going to run directly to it. Because if not, we're going to get stuck in the trap. There's a series of spikes above it that will crush you and kill you. So you don't want to do that. Now this one right here is kind of weird. People don't know how to do this sometimes. What you want to do is you actually just want to keep running with your shield up. And you won't get hit by the arrows. If you stay, if you stick, if you just like sit back as the trap goes off, you can just set it off and walk backwards. But if you stay in the middle of it, you will get hit by arrows. So, that's why you just put up your shield and run. That's all you do. Run. Alright, there's going to be a series of blades up here that you want to run past. There's going to be a snake up the staircase that I'm going to bitch slap to move out of the way. Then you're going to go directly left again, and there's going to be another fucking series of blades. But make sure that as soon as those blades are cleared, you run the fuck to the right as fast as you can. Because them motherfuckers will be chasing you.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So here's the snake. I'm going to bitch slap him, move him. If you get locked into fighting him, he will kill you. There will be guys behind you, and you will die. Wait for the blades to clear. Go directly left, all the way up. I mean right. It's gonna be on YouTube, bro. I'll post it on YouTube. So now we're running because he's gonna start throwing fire at you.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
There's a troll up top, and he's hurling giant fireballs at you. So you want to keep running the path I'm running right now. Don't slow down, just keep going, basically. Alright, now we're going to load up our weapon real quick. I mean, we could use the reinforced club on the troll. I think it'd be better actually than using the spear because it causes bleed damage, but I forgot to mention, if you wanted to level up, you could have leveled up before we went in Sin's Fortress. I just don't level up often. I don't really need to. Alright, so here's where the troll is up here. We kind of want to bait him to do the aggravated attack if you want to keep safe strats. What's up? What's up, Diego? Welcome. You'll know he's doing it because of how he acts or whatever, basically. You don't want that. That's what you want. You want to hear him talk. Like that. Once he's done talking, then you can start smacking him. And this does bleed damage, so it's not too terrible. I've never seen him do the double fist like that. It's weird. But as soon as he starts doing the fucking bullshit attack, you gotta watch out because he will kill you. If you get caught in it, that is, there he is right there. Yeah, you gotta watch out, put your shield on. So be careful with this guy. He's rough. If you get it wrong, I almost did. You just gotta take your time with him. Poison arrows are good for him, but that's out of the way of the pathing for it. You don't want to fucking deal with poison arrows, then don't. Just don't do it, honestly. So now we got Iron Golem. So if you don't kill that guy, Iron Golem will also have fireballs being thrown into the arena, which doesn't make it easier. Iron Golem's really easy. You just have to run in, attack the ankles twice, run away, wait for him to reset. If you stay under him, he will grab you. He will also do a fist attack to the ground. So you just want to keep your distance as much as possible. If he does a standard swipe attack, you want to go on the left-hand side. I mean, you want to go down the middle, kind of. If you're doing like where he puts his legs together, then you want to go all the way left. Because there's no hitbox there, basically. That's the only reason why. So first they'll start off by hurling some shit at you. Run right, he won't hit you. It'll hit the rocks right there. So he's going to do an attack. I'm going to hit him in the ankle. Twice. Even 3 times. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this is because when you do exactly 400 plus damage, he will get staggered. We want him to be facing a certain direction for that. See, now he's staggered, and he's facing a specific direction to my left-hand side. The reason why we did that is so that we could get this to happen. It didn't do a lot of damage, but Pierce will cause him to fall off very easily. And that's why we did that. So now we're on our way to Orlando. But like I said, if you get stuck and that happens and he doesn't fall, you're going to have to keep doing it until he's dead. It's very important. Very important. Even the war pick, even though the war pick has really shit damage, will do that to him. Black fire bombs do it. They only do 90 damage to him. Remember that. It's all about Pierce. Doesn't matter how much damage you're doing to him. Pierce is extremely important, and fire bombs are extremely important. Specifically black fire bombs for that. You can do it with literally 4 black fire bombs. You don't even need this weapon. I've done it a bunch of times. Yeah, Senzen and Orlando are both like the worst areas, though, Brian. Yeah, I agree. So we got here, this is a bonfire. Obviously, we'll level up some, but I'm going to pump some very specific stats. Okay, you might want some health. That might come in handy, obviously. So I'm going to do 30 vigor, or vitality, whatever you call it. And then I'm going to do 15 strength, and then I'm going to pump dexterity as much as possible. We did get a soul. I mean, you could use the soul if you want, and I guess I will use it. Iron Golem also, you're just gonna use the soul. You're not gonna use it for any weapons or any. There's no reason to use it for that. So I'm gonna get more dexterity. Okay, now this part is kind of RNG a little bit, but not really. It's super controlled. So we're gonna load up the bow. We're gonna put on the feathered arrows, right? And we're gonna have the undead hunter's charms loaded up. Okay. And we're going to get one of the best weapons in the game right now. And we don't have to upgrade it because it's already upgraded. Okay. So, let me just plug in my vape real quick. This area right here, if you approach the chests, what happens is the giants will attack you. And they hit pretty damn hard. And they will kill you if you're not skilled enough to get away from them. It's a lot safer to completely avoid these guys. And the best way to do that is by shooting the mimic that holds the crystal halberd. So we're going to do it with the longbow because it's the best to use for this. Okay? We're going to get ready for him to run towards us. And we're going to toss this at his ass. And what'll happen is he'll pass out. Okay? And we're going to grab the crystal halberd. We're just going to run away from his ass so he doesn't wake up and try to kill us. We're gonna load up the crystal halberd on one side, and then we're gonna put the bow on the other side just in case. Okay, and you should still be fast rolling at this point. So avoid this gargoyle because he can kill you pretty easily too. By just dropping down over here on this side. And you're going to want to wait for him to do an actual attack because he can hit you while you're on that platform if you're not smart. You see that? There's like a slight little spark there. It's because he was hitting the fucking platform. If he does a swing, be careful. He will knock your ass off. So the camera also goes wonky here, so make sure you pay attention to your character and not to the camera. And you want to jump over here. This guy over here is proximity based. It will not drop down until you walk towards him. Okay, so like you could poison his ass from here or whatever you wanted to do. And he can't do shit. The same with that guy, that's proximity based guy as well. Okay? It's very important for the next part. So we kill this guy. Wait for this guy to jump towards us. Or whatever. Kill him. Load up the bow. Okay? Now, this part usually freaks everybody out because it's high up and it's dangerous, and yeah, it is. You're right. It's fucking terrible. Right? Just take your time. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to pull the speedrun strat that I used to pull, which is just running all the way down to the end and jumping off, which is fucking dangerous as shit for a no-death run. You don't want to do that, right? So we're just gonna come here like this, right? We have the feathered arrows and the longbow on purpose. And you want to aim between these two columns right here. I mean, these two parts of the column right here. This specific spot on the ceiling. This one right here. You see this part right here? The main big part? You want to go right here in this spot. Like, right... Yeah, as much between them as you can, essentially. But the aiming in this game is, like, it's fucking terrible. So, we're going to shoot that spot right there. And this guy, since he's proximity-based, will go based on proximity. And kill himself. Very simple... Very easy, and just take your time. Don't go too fast, relax. Okay? So, the spot with the chain is where you're going to do the next one. You see that spot? There's a chain right there, and there's a little area right there. You want to go right there. That's where you want to be, right? So, we're going to go up to that area. Again, just walk here, like this. Aim for a spot right around here. Like, I think this one's the third in. And then proximity based, and he'll kill himself. Pretty simple. Now the next area though, you have to be really quick if you're not using the fog ring, because they will kill you. There's a spot you gotta jump off. If you don't jump off on that spot, they will all attack you at once and you probably die. And you don't want that. Okay? I'm just telling you right now, the next area is pretty hectic, okay? We're going to kill this dude so I can kind of show off or at least explain it a little better. So we're going to come here like this. We're going to shoot her in the nipples. Okay? Shoot her in the boobs and she's going to go down the ladder. If you go to that platform, he will attack you. He will come after you. You have to be way back here for him not to attack you. He's going to go down the ladder. He's down the ladder, okay? And you can drop off on the right-hand side, which we're not going to do because it's unsafe for a lot of people to do that. We're going to come all the way over here like this, and we're just going to drop next to the ladder like this. And he should, you know, usually come down here. Sometimes he doesn't. He gets stuck like that. We're just going to walk past him because there's no point in killing him unless he really wants to die. And then this is the part I was talking about where it gets really hectic, okay? This part's really dangerous. So we're going to hit the switch. There's going to be a gargoyle automatically attacking us. We need to run directly for the stairs as fast as possible and avoid the giant. So we want to run out this way, see where this gargoyle is behind us. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna run, and there's a spot on the right-hand side where they no longer detect you. I don't know why they don't detect you. The AI just kind of just doesn't care when you're over there. So this guy could do like 3 different attacks. Just make sure to read them properly. You might do a swipe attack or a downward attack or a poke attack. Downward attack, okay. Just avoid it. Just run all the way over here to the right-hand side like this. Sometimes the gargoyle will still be aggroed on you though. Remember that. Like he is now, yeah, see? So, the most important part right here though is to jump off this part of the staircase. Like this. Roll twice, or once, excuse me. Then run like a motherfucker in a zigzag pattern. This is where this shit is just brutal. It's a brutal part. This guy, run past him as best as you fucking can, because sometimes he'll just hit you anyways. These guys will be shooting at you the whole fucking time. This part's a fucking gauntlet, bro. This is ridiculous shit to do. Okay? Heal up here. And you can wait this guy out until he stops shooting. Quite literally. If you want to catch a breath, relax. Those guys won't shoot you from the bottom unless you're on that platform that you're running up on. Unless you're on that platform, they will shoot you there, but they won't shoot you here. So those gargoyles down there, or those demons, won't attack you when you're right here for some reason. These guys will stop shooting at some point. Now this is the really hard part. This will make or break the run. For real. When you go up there, they will start shooting at you again. There's 3 options here, okay? I can go all the way towards the corner, wait him out, wait his shooting out, okay? Keep rolling the fucking attacks, and then bait him to fall off. Number 2, I can wait for him to stop attacking and parry his ass when he's up there, and then he'll fall off eventually. Or I can just straight up attack him. But straight up attacking him can be detrimental because he will hit you. So, and if he does hit you hard enough or in a certain direction, you will fall off and die. There's no easy way to explain this part. You just have to learn how to do it. That's pretty much all I got for you. It's fucking hard. It's a hard ass part. There's no easy way. The only other way to do it is with a bow, and the bow takes forever to use it. Like I've done it on the no-hit run. It was fucking terrible. If you run out of options, just parry his ass. Honestly, it's probably your best bet. I didn't know I didn't have enough strength to wield this. That's why I try to swing with a broken-ass arm, obviously. I thought it was 15. It might be 16 strength. Let me look at it real quick. 16 strength. I was off by 1 point. So we're going to rest here, like so. Level 1 point, it's a strength, just in case for later on, obviously. There's gonna be a Silver Knight down here. You can kill him. It's not gonna do anything if you do kill him or you don't kill him. We're gonna kill him just to kill him, basically, because some people will kill him, so he's not a problem. If they have more time to do the skip, which I'll teach you right now. Okay, so he's dead. Okay. Now make sure, this is very important when you're using the Crystal Halberd, to go in here and look at durability at the bottom. You see it right there on the right-hand side. It says weight, and then it says durability under the parameters. Okay? 19 of 20. When that gets to about, you're going to say 11, then you need to change something. You need to upgrade the weapon, and then it'll go back up to 20. Okay? So, the skip is pretty simple. You want to get some height here, and you want to look at this platform. This is the platform you want to land on, right? And you could run through the whole area and kill all the enemies, but this weapon's going to break eventually, and you don't want to do that, so it's a waste of fucking time. Okay? Don't do it. So, we're going to do the skip. And the skip is acceptable in no death runs, no hit runs, speed runs. Doesn't matter. It's acceptable by the community completely. It's pretty easy. You're not missing much. Okay? So, what we'll do is we're going to run and then jump. Try to jump directly over the railing. Like this. It may take you a few attempts, but you'll learn it and you'll love it. When we enter that hallway, the grand hall, there's going to be two giants. There's going to be one on this side, one on that side. This guy right here will either stay in the back or he will come for you. If he stays in the back, run an L pattern. If he comes for you, go directly for him and dodge him. Because if you go and you try to run the L pattern while he's running for you, he will hit you. And he will do a lot of damage right before the boss fight. So, something to keep in mind. If he does do that, maybe you can get away homeward bone and try it again. It doesn't really matter. As long as you just try to get it right, basically. So, I'm going to go down these stairs, but I'm not going to go all the way down the stairs. So I'm going to go this way. He's coming for me like this. I'm going to roll the attack and go directly for the fog gate. ONS, that's a whole other beast, man. I can't even really explain ONS. You definitely have to learn this fight. This fight is the hardest fight in base game. Quite literally the hardest fight in a lot of Souls games. It's one of the most difficult boss fights ever in the history of gaming. So, I can't teach you this, you have to learn this yourself. I can't explain it too much unless I do a tutorial just on the fight itself. It will take 2 hours just to explain it. So there's 3 RNGs. He's doing first RNG, which means he's charging us. I'm going to stand right here, wait for him to come for us, and dodge right there. There's 3 different RNGs they could do, though. Quite literally. Shit. It's fine. Okay, gotta get away. Okay. The podiums and the columns are your friends in this fight, remember that. Extremely important to remember that. If you get trapped, the columns and the podiums are your friends. And believe it or not, I've done a hitless run all, like, fucking in this game. I've done it without getting hit completely. So, I mean, I'm doing really bad now, but I've done it without getting hit at least, I don't know, 70 plus times, maybe more than that, a couple hundred times. So, this boss is really hard to explain. Like, you would really need a fucking 2-hour video just explaining how to fight this boss properly, and like getting all the fucking patterns down and all that shit. Like, it's a bit much. So, like, I don't know, maybe there's a more in-depth tutorial about how to fight ONS. I don't think I can provide that in a matter of like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking in-depth endeavor to explain this boss, or how difficult, or why this boss is difficult in the first place. Alright, so like I was saying, so like, okay, I can explain some stuff, okay? So like, with Ornstein, he'll go directly for you, right? So Smo has a pattern that he does when he does like the shovel attack. So what'll happen is like, what's up, Joey? Welcome. What'll happen is he'll do a shovel attack, right? What you want to do is avoid the shovel attack, but you also have to watch Ornstein. So that's why I don't lock on in that fight. If you notice, like whenever I fight them, I never lock onto them. The reason why I don't lock onto them is because that's going to be bad. Because I need the camera fixated on both of them at the same time. So what happens is, like, for instance, let's say Ornstein's this rock right here, right? And then Smo's like this rock over here, right? Ornstein's going to be here. Smo's done doing his charge, right? Ornstein's gearing up, okay? Dodge Ornstein, right? But after he was done with his hammering here, right, where he's like sweeping the floor, what I'll do is I'll run directly at Smo. And what Smo will do is he'll jump all the way over here, backwards, avoiding the attack, which leaves Ornstein open to be fucking punished a bunch of times. So that's very important to remember in that fight, because what happens is you want a gap. You want to be able to attack one of them. And the only way to do that, the most successful way to do that, is by allowing Ornstein to basically be by himself. By baiting Smo to jump backwards or away from the attacks. That's why if you ever see me fighting them, I'm like hitting Ornstein, and then all of a sudden I'll see Smo, and then I'll run towards him real quick, and then I'll run back to Ornstein. Because I'm trying to create distance. And if I need to heal up, I will always use these pillars right here. The thing is though, with the pillars, if he's doing the shoveling attack, you don't want to be right here, because the hitbox will linger above this. You want to be just over here. Because if you're against the pillars, he's going to hit you. He will hit you through the pillar, and you will fucking get hit. But if you're over here, he won't hit you. But you have, the hitbox is like, you see where the end of the halberd is right here? You see this spot right here where the halberd ends? That's where the hitbox is. That's where it stays. So if you're right next to this, and you can't see this while you're fighting them, you have to learn this yourself. You will get hit, because that hitbox, not only is it big, it's lingering. Which means that, like, for instance, the cutscene glitch that happens sometimes, okay? You're gonna kill Ornstein, he's about to die, but Smo's already doing a shoveling attack, right? He's mid fucking animation, okay?
Damn, son.
When the
Where'd you
cutscene
find
starts, that hitbox stays there in that area and waits for you to run into it. And this is a glitch in-game that happens. And it's hit me twice on a hitless run. It's completely invisible. Smo's not even there anymore. The hitbox is there by itself with no animation. And you will run into it like a trap, and you will get hit. It's stupid as shit, but it's the reality of the game. Quite literally. So we're gonna go ahead and rest here. The flippy ring is called the Darkwood Grain Ring, is what it's called. Darkwood Grain Ring. That's what it's called. You get it from the ninja in the forest. So we're going to talk to her. Usually I'll kill her. There's really no point in me not killing her, but since we're probably going to end up killing the other Firekeeper for her soul, because you might need it on a no-death run. I don't need it, but other people might need it. We'll take the Lord Vessel, which allows you to warp. That's basically what that does. It allows you to warp from bonfire to bonfire across the United States of America. So we're going to pop the Soul of Smo. Okay, since we already got the, what's it called? I'm going to level my dexterity to 30. This is a dex weapon, by the way. It's not a strength weapon. It's purely a dex weapon. So scaling's better for dex. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back the fastest possible way to complete the game, okay? And I'm just telling you this, like, you may not want to fight the Four Kings yet. I get it. I understand you may not want to fight the Four Kings. I totally get that part of it. It makes sense to not want to fight them, okay? But the fastest way to complete the game is by killing the Four Kings first. And the reason why is because you haven't dropped the Lord Vessel. So if you kill the Four Kings first, it'll allow you to drop the Lord Vessel without having to basically go into Firelink Shrine and blah, 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 and all this bullshit. Like, you don't have to do all that. So we're gonna go kill Sif first. If you want more flasks, get more flasks. If you don't need more flasks, don't get more flasks. Doesn't really matter. It's up to you. What your preference is, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Like I said, I don't kill these guys. A waste of my time and weapon durability. There's no reason to. It's going to actually hurt the run if I kill people with this weapon. So I just refuse to, essentially. There's only a few people I will actually kill that need to get killed. That's it. That will cause problems if I don't kill them, essentially. So Sif is pretty basic. As long as you stay under Sif, you should kill Sif. But Sif has a tendency sometimes to just jump all over the place. So getting under Sif can be a problem sometimes. It's not always like that. It just depends on the run. A lot of the time. Sometimes Sif plays along pretty well. Sometimes Sif doesn't play along very well. But yeah, it just depends on what's going on. Sometimes Sif is annoying as shit. Sif is a pretty awesome boss fight lore-wise and like just design-wise. It's a really good boss fight, but when it comes to like challenge running Sif, Sif is really irritating sometimes. Speed runs are ruined by Sif. No-hit runs are fucking ruined by Sif. Like literally, Sif can be a piece of shit. Like, quite literally. So just be aware of that. It may not happen as fast as you want it to, but be patient because eventually you will beat Sif. Just be patient because it's going to take a while sometimes. And there's nothing you can do to aid that. Nothing at all. It's just how it is. Ciao, man. What's up? Welcome. So, of course, the cutscene doesn't start until you go up to the sword. So, Sif's going to start now. He's going to do a first attack. I'm going to hit him. That's all. That's literally what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll away, wait for him to do a sweeping attack, and then hit him. Or hit her, excuse me. So, distance is good for this. Like, I'm literally not going to do anything else but this. There's no point in doing anything else. And I've learned this through the hit list strats. Like, literally, this is a hit list type thing. If you get hit, don't worry about it. But literally, the further away you are, the better. And then attack. And then roll back twice. Again, just rinse and repeat until Sif's dead, basically. Pretty simple. I mean, I'm not going to do it perfect this time because I really don't care to, but you get what I'm saying. It's pretty simple. Don't have to worry about much. Now, the other way of doing it is getting directly under Sif, which is this. But this weapon specifically is not good. Watch, I'm trying to show it off. At hitting her all the time, look at it. Like, it's kind of troublesome. So that's why the swiping attack's better. That's why I say that. Specifically with this halberd, the swiping attack is what you want. You want the swipe because the swipe will always hit her every single time. The poking attacks won't. You want the rolling swipe. So whenever you do a roll, it swipes right after the R1. If you're standing still, you're going to get the poke, which is not... It's not optimized. It's not very optimized. It's one of the reasons why I don't like the moveset on the halberd too much. Like, I love the halberd. It does a lot of damage. It's a great weapon. It's just specific attacks for certain bosses I don't like the halberd for. Specifically the gargoyles. The gargoyles are terrible with the halberd. Fuck, dude, really? And of course, when she has like less than I'd say about 15% of her health, and she starts doing this shit. Sad fight, good doggo, bad times. You know what I mean? We're gonna grab Hornet's Ring so I can show off Gwen in 2 different ways as well. Just because I know some people like to parry Gwen, some people don't like to parry Gwen, so it just depends on perspective, really. All right, so we did all that. That's all done. Now we're gonna go to Yolando Ruins, which, yeah, it's never fun. It's a bad idea. Usually is. And we're gonna check our weapon durability just to make sure it's still good. And we've got 16 of 20. So, I mean, you're getting kind of close there, so we're gonna upgrade it once. So we're gonna do that real quick. Okay. Now, if you look at the weapon durability after upgrading it, what does it say? 20 of 20. The only way to make sure that this weapon won't break is by upgrading it, quite literally. Okay, we're gonna buy some more Titanite shards. We'll buy 8 exactly. We're gonna upgrade the bow, the long bow. To +5. We're gonna buy some arrows. I don't think we need arrows, but we're gonna buy some anyways. Because I think we came with arrows anyway since we're the hunter. We're gonna get large arrows, they do more damage. We'll get like 30 or something like that. Should be enough. Okay. The rest will pump vigor for. Like, there's really no point in not pumping vigor at this point because we're just gonna have to tank some shit here and there, so. And we're gonna warp back to Firelink Shrine. Alright, so this area sucks. It's not as bad as Sense Fortress, it's not as bad as Inner London, but it's still fucking terrible. Still pretty brutal. So, just keep that in mind. It's not easy to get through here. It's gonna be rough. Pretty bad. Okay. He gives you the ring here. I don't use this ring of flavor and protection. I do like the FAP, I just don't like, I don't need a ring to FAP. I do it all by myself, baby. So, we got this one right here. We're gonna go down, they gave us 5 humanity, right? We have 2 on us already, liquid humanity. Soft humanity, whatever you want to call it. We got 12 in there, right? We've got 4 right there, okay? We kill the 4 kings, they're gonna give us more humanity. What we want is we want a lot of humanity. Okay? Not directly, like, yet. We don't need to use it, but we want it. So we're gonna run down here. We're gonna get the cursed stuff. These are... You can only attack ghosts in this game if you're cursed. Transient curse is basically a curse that you use to attack other... Like, just ghosts, basically. There's no other reason for transient curse in the game. Just to attack these enemies alone. That's basically what they're for. There's gonna be, when we go upstairs, so we're gonna avoid the first 2 ghosts. We're gonna go upstairs, there's gonna be 1 ghost in the doorway. Attack that ghost, go down the stairs. Another ghost will either come down or stay where it is. You have to roll past that, there's gonna be a fog gate. You go left, and then you come to a staircase. You wanna stop at almost the beginning, but not quite the beginning of the staircase. It's a lot to remember, I know. Believe me, I think about it all the time because I'm always fucking doing it. But, so, I'll explain it as I'm doing it real quick. So we're gonna come up, we're gonna see 2 ghosts here. They're gonna come towards us. I usually stay on the left, you can go right. It's actually safer to go right than it is to go left, honestly. Then go up the staircase, like this. There's gonna be a ghost that pops out here, run past him. Then there's gonna be a ghost at the doorway you're gonna attack and kill. As fast as possible. And you want to start spam and roll when you get enough stamina to do that. Come down the spiral here. There's going to be either a ghost or no ghost right here on this side. Yep, what I say, there's a ghost there. So yeah, then run all the way to the fog gate. Roll twice as soon as you get through the fog gate. Run all the way to the end of the platform right here. And then get towards the beginning, but not quite the top. So you want to be right here, in this spot. The ghosts won't attack you from right here. For whatever reason, their AI will not allow it. Okay, I don't know why that is. That's just how it is. So from this point right here, you can actually see Ingward up here. Okay, Ingward is in a room. I mean, he's up on top of a fucking building full of ghosts. And that building to go through is a nightmare. You don't want to do it. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You will die in there. If you're not skilled and you don't know how to speedrun it, you will fucking die. It's fucking terrible, okay? The best thing to do is cause enough damage to piss them off. So we're going to try to do that with headshots, okay? If you don't get this right away, then fucking quit out and try again. So about 300 damage, almost 300 damage will cause him to get pissed off, okay? And he'll start running towards you. And just kill him, and then as soon as you kill him, he gives you the key, okay? He gives you the key. Just make sure you get it first. Key to the seal, right? The next spot's gonna be a room. A little hallway that you have to run through. There's gonna be ghosts that spawn in, be careful. But the main big ghost won't attack you now because you didn't fucking aggro her and piss her off. Because you don't want to piss her off, she shoots at you. She's not fun to deal with. There's a ghost right there. You can kill him. Be careful. The platform's really tiny. Come out here. Use the mechanism to drain it. And like, you could go down there and you could go fight all the dark wraiths, but we're not going to do that because that's not the safest thing to do. Honestly, it's not very safe to do that, so we're just going to homeward bone again. Easy stuff. Homeward bone after doing that. Now we're going to run past a series of dark wraiths that want to kill us, and that's kind of a problematic thing. But I would say putting the Covenant of Artorias on first before you go down there, because you could forget. I've done it before. At least 3 times ruined no death runs forgetting to put that on. Because you can only walk in the Abyss using the Covenant of Artorias, which you got from killing Sif, hence why we killed Sif first. Always. Always, always, always kill Sif first, because if not, you will not survive the fall. So instead of running left this time, we're going to run right and drop off. And we're going to run past Dark Wraiths. And it's a lot to take in, and it's a pain in the ass to do, to learn. But if you do it right, no one will bother you. So we're going to go out like we usually do. We're not going to pop any transient curse. There's no reason to. You could if you wanted to. It's up to you, really. But since it's all drained now, just be careful in the walkways. And just go directly right. And there's going to be a little spot you can drop onto. So they won't really hit you from this angle. They can, just be careful, but I highly doubt you will get hit doing it this way. So there's going to be a little platform here. Drop down again. You're going to run directly for the Dark Wraith and run past him. Since you got the flippy ring, it's a lot harder for them to hit you. You like it, Joey? Yeah, this is a tutorial, that's why. Guy's right here too, so roll past him, go left, go through the fog gate, and then go directly right and roll 3 times. Because technically he still can hit you through the fog gate. So be careful. So there's a faster way to do this where you drop down from that main area, but it's also detrimental because if you do it wrong, you will fall off and die. People are like, why don't you just drop from the top? I was like, have you ever died doing it? You know, because you can die doing it. You can hit one of these other platforms and instantly fucking die and ruin your run. So that's why I don't do it. I run all the way to the bottom always. And these guys always spawn in the same directions, but I don't memorize the direct. I don't know why I don't memorize the directions. I should have by now. I've only played the game like a billion fucking times. But I know the first dude is always going to be facing this direction. Always. So I tend to just face that direction and run towards them. But I literally never paid attention to the spawn. And in this boss right here, the closer you are, the less damage they do. I know that sounds weird, but their damage is mostly at the end of the blade. And you can do a lot of sidestepping and they can't really hit you. Unless it's like that, of course, you know, then they'll hit you, but don't worry, they don't hit hard, like when you're really, really up in their shit. And afterwards, too, keep attacking because before they despawn, you can still get damage in. It's one of the only bosses in the Souls game where you can do that. And now I'm just going to wait for the other guy to spawn. Like I said, I don't pay attention to the direction they spawn, and I just fight them. Run towards him as fast as you can, because if not, he's going to shoot magic at you. And if he does shoot magic, just block with the Grass Crest Shield. It's actually pretty good damage reduction for magic on it.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Alright, so these guys are going to spawn in over here. He might shoot at me. He's pretty far away. Yep. Just like I said, just block it. Don't worry about it. Two-hand your weapon again. Get ready to fight. That's basically it. Because if not, you might end up one-handing. It's not the same moveset. It might throw you off. You might die because of it. So just be aware of that. It's a regular two-hand. Because if not, then you might end up getting stuck. Like in a weird pattern, basically. This dude is far, far away too. It's crazy. I mean, the Four Kings are pretty self-explanatory, man. You know what I mean? They're not that hard to understand. It's just learning the fight is where it kind of becomes hectic. You know? Like, honestly, they're pretty easy. I mean, once you understand the Four Kings, you understand the Four Kings. ONS, on the other hand, you can try to understand ONS, but it takes a lot more time to understand them. So, then of course, Kath spawns in, and he's going to take us to go and drop the Lord Vessel.
Thus, however, Lord Clinging and Lord by Swin, I but the unknown you and be. Very well. I shall now guide you to Gwyn's prison. Be still. And
He's gonna deep throat you real quick. Talk about a docking experience, huh? It also depends on damage output. Sometimes damage is so good that you'll literally only get 2 kings. So that's a thing dependent on damage, Joey. So we're gonna drop the Lord Vessel. Okay. Now it's very important that I didn't put on the Fap Ring. The reason why I didn't put on the Fap Ring is because I need 2 ring slots available. If I'm gonna use the Fap Ring, it's gonna be at the very end of the game. Quite literally, it's gonna be at the last possible moment. Okay. So we dropped the Lord Vessel. You could do Stam if you wanted Stam. I'm going to go Vitality because I favor survivability over stamina. I'm pretty good with low stamina. I don't really mind not having a lot of stamina. Okay, so we're going to go back to Firelink Shrine. Okay? Now we're going to go towards Catacombs. It does work both ways. Yeah, correct. Indeed. So, we're going to go towards Catacombs.
you sorry fool.
Now, this isn't a speedrun. This is a tutorial run on how to know Death, Dark Souls 1. Remastered for Oz. So, catacombs are pretty self-explanatory. You just gotta learn timings a lot of the time. I mean, I can explain like certain mechanics as I'm doing them, but we'll do that real quick as we run. So the first skeleton is completely, his AI reacts based on what you're doing. So if you're just running, he's gonna try to swipe. If you have a blocking motion, he will try to jump behind you. So number one skeleton does that, right? As soon as you get past him, you're gonna run and roll down the fucking like the little hillside right there. Roll 3 times towards the corridor. After that, 2 other skeletons are gonna spawn, but go directly for the necromancer. Kill the necromancer and then sit at the bonfire. Okay, so now I'm gonna explain this to you as it happens. So his AI is specific to what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna block like this. He's gonna try to jump behind me. Right? I'm gonna run past. Gonna roll 3 times here. 1. Oh, we fucked up. 2, 3. For the corridor. Okay. 2 more skeletons are gonna spawn in here. There's gonna be a necromancer in here. We're gonna kill him as fast as possible. Since those halls and those walls are in the way, it will allow us enough time to kill him. We're gonna sit at the bonfire. Like this. Okay? Alright, now we're gonna hit the switch. Okay? So these 2 skeletons out here will spawn back in, like they will come to life as you walk towards them, because everything in this game, like I said, is proximity based. The closer you are, the more aggroed or something activates, basically, is how the game works. So they're good. He's gonna come alive. We're gonna kill him as soon as he starts to spawn. Okay? Other one, the same deal. So we have some time here, so we can play with some time here. Okay? Those other skeletons will not like come to life unless you walk next to them. Quite literally. So when I'm coming out here, there's going to be a series of skeletons and a necromancer. It's going to be a necromancer on the right-hand side who might be shooting at you. There's going to be a skeleton that's going to roll towards you, or he's going to jump towards you, one or the other. And there's going to be 2 skeletons in the back over here, okay? I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and then I'll be right back. Hold on. The thing you gotta realize is that the skeletons are tied to the necromancer. You gotta understand that the skeletons are tied to the necromancer. You can kill the skeletons out there, but they won't die. So you could waste your time and like murder one and then go try to take the other one on, but what happens is they come back to life, so there's no point in doing it. You have 2 options here. We got a bow, right? You can stand right here, like this. The other skeleton's not going to see you. From this point, you can shoot the necromancer. Like, quite literally. He won't do shit to you. He's walking away. I don't know why he's walking away, but he's walking away. He hardly ever does that. But we're going to reset him real quick. Okay? So, let's start this over real quick. I'll show you the safe strats for this. Okay? And then I'll show you the other way. Okay? So we're gonna rest here like this. We'll kill the first 2 skeletons, and this is more the hitless strat way of doing it, as opposed to doing it just no death or speedrun style. So this right here, you kill these dudes, okay? Then you're gonna get your bow out, okay? 30 arrows, whatever, right? Dude's back where he was before. He should be, at least. He's right there. Oh no, he's still wandering around over there. We want him to come back this way. We don't want him to go that way. I don't know why he's going. He never goes out that way. That's actually very strange that he's doing it right now. Let me quit out. He usually doesn't do this. That's why I'm quitting out. It's really weird that he did that. So if you quit out, it'll reset the enemy. It doesn't mean you're doing it to save your life. It's totally acceptable to do that. See, he's right here. He can't hit you from here. You see that? And you can just pelt him and kill him, basically. With the RTSR setup, if you're doing hitless, it's quite good. You will kill them pretty much instantly, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to bait the skeletons. So we're going to go here like this. And he's going to roll off and die. This guy's going to roll off and die too. We just have to get him to where we need him to be. Sometimes he'll do two different things. Yeah, so he's not going to roll. We're going to get right to the edge here, and then we're just going to walk away. Let him die. This guy too. He's going to roll and die. And then you'd go and you'd shoot this guy over here if you really wanted to. Just to be safe. But make sure that when you are getting ready to do the skip, you remove this ring. Because you don't want to roll off and kill yourself. Because you can't. Okay, that's the way of doing it hitless. If you wanted to do it a hitless way. Okay, now we're not going to do the hitless. We're just going to run. Okay, so this is a completely different vibe here. Okay, so these skeletons, we don't even need to kill them. They just run fucking past them. Okay, this guy may be shooting at you if he was still here. Whatever, right? We're going to block here. You come up here. Block again. Wait to see what that dude's going to do. Roll past him. And then stand in this little spot right here. Okay? They will fall off and kill themselves, usually, or they will just walk into that corner for some reason. There's a spot right here with these glowing heads. Be careful, because they can blow up and kill you. I suggest having humanity out, just in case. Dropping off right here and rolling directly to the right if you can. Jesus, dude. We fucked up the roll again. You will survive it, but just barely. If you have no armor on. If you have armor on, you will die instantly. You will fucking croak. So don't put armor on for this part. Then we're going to walk off slowly to see what's going on downstairs. And sometimes the bone wheel will stay right here and you have to drop attack him, or sometimes he'll walk that way and do nothing basically for some reason or another. This guy right here looks like he's going to be a problem. But if you stay a certain distance away and really slow down, they won't see you right away, which will allow you to have a gap to run past them. And then you enter fog gates. The fog gate for Pinwheel. Pretty simple. And you just kill Pinwheel. I mean, this boss doesn't need an explanation. It's pretty damn easy. I'm going to put back on the flippy ring, though, because I like the flippy ring. So. Pretty simple. You hope for the Mask of the Child, because it's very important you get the Mask of the Child. In my opinion, it's the best mask in the game. We got the Mask of the Mother. I'm not going to put it on. There's no reason for me to wear it. But you can buy it later for 7K, so it doesn't really matter if he drops it or not. And we're going to buy it anyway, so I'll show you where to buy it. The reason why, like I said, because it stacks with Grass Crest Shield. It's one of the best things to do. One of the better things to do, really. So now we're going to grab this soul, because why the fuck not, right? And we're going to... I mean, coming down here in the dark is intimidating. So, I mean, if you wanted to kill Beta Chaos first and get the mask... I mean, get the helmet. Go nuts. If it helps you, do it. It's not going to hurt. It's definitely going to make things easier for you. So just make sure to do what you find easier. Don't do the harder stuff just because it seems impressive or whatever fucking reason. Get the job done. Don't worry about how impressive something seems. Just fucking do it. Because by the time you're done with it, it will be impressive in itself that you did it at all. Don't worry about being impressive. Just finish the run. You don't have to be flashy to do something impressive. Remember that. I'm going to grab this humanity right here. And then we're going to go directly left. I'm going to check my humanity to see how many. I need exactly 30 humanity. Got 17 plus 4. Still too little. So I technically have... What is that? 7 humanity plus 17. That doesn't mean what? 24? We still need another 6 humanity. Okay? You need 6 humanity. You can go get it anywhere, really. It doesn't matter where you get it. You know what I mean? So what we're going to do is we're going to use a specific strategy that, like I said, didn't exist before I started running the game. I don't know why. Like, no one really did this before me. I don't know. Explain it. It's weird, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go grab the Necromancer's, what do you call it, shield, real quick. We're not going to jump down there. We're going to let Patches push us because it's softer. And I like being touched by a bald man, so we're going to do that. We're going to grab these soul items right here. Okay. And Skull Lantern. And we're going to Homeward Bone. And I'm not going to go up killing the enemies. There's no point in doing it. It's just more danger for no reason, basically. And we're going to warp back to Firelink Shrine.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
We're going to go back to the asylum. This is the way to the asylum. If you don't know this, you haven't played this game enough. But now you know if you don't know. You have to go up here, jump off the fucking elevator, sit inside the nest, wait for about 30 seconds plus. I'm touched by a bald man. Yeah, no shit. Wait for 30 seconds plus. Probably more like a minute and a half, 2 minutes maybe. It feels like that. You're gonna get swept up by the crow, brought back to the asylum. Go directly left, don't go forward at all, because those guys will attack you. They're not fun to deal with. Torch Hall is one of the worst enemies in any Souls game. Alright, so now we're gonna drop it in here in Snuggly's crow nest. Which it's a weapon, it's classified as a weapon for some reason, even though it's shit, but whatever. I'm going to quit out real quick because it's faster. And when we come back, we will have the Ring of Fog, which is one of the most powerful rings in the game. And another one of my favorites. I fucking adore the Ring of Fog. It's very good. So, the Ring of Fog is a ring that makes you invisible, basically, to enemies at a certain distance. So it's very important for this boss because of that. Very important. So we're not going to just use the ring. You have to pair it in a combo to make it extremely effective, so we have to go back to Enerlondo, okay? So this lady right here, you can kill her if you want the, if you want a +2 Estus Flask. I'm not going to kill her. There's no reason for me to kill her. I mean, I guess I could. Fuck it.
Very well. So be it. Expunging fools like you is part
She doesn't
of my
kill me,
job.
that is, because she's brutal.
But how?
Okay, so I'm going to take her soul. Okay. You're not going to get that bonfire. I mean, it's going to be there. You can warp there, but it's not really a bonfire anymore at this point. Okay. Then you're going to run back towards Sen's Fortress. We're going to put the Ring of Fog on now just to make it a little bit easier, I guess. So take off the Crest of Artorias. There's no reason to wear it anymore. It's completely useless for the rest of the game. Now we're invisible. It's good to be invisible, but it can also be bad to be invisible, depending on who you're running past. Because some enemies have instant attacks. So remember that. It's not always good to wear the Ring of Fog. It can be bad and detrimental if you're using it sometimes. Sometimes you want somebody to start attacking before you come, because then you can avoid it. So it's not always good to wear it. It's good to wear it in certain circumstances. Other circumstances, it's not good to wear it. So that's why I'm always switching between rings. Okay, we're going to drop down here like this. Okay, you don't want a stored roll. Remember, stored rolls is bad in this game. They equal badness. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run down the end of the corridor, we're going to drop down and we're going to roll as fast as we can towards the entrance, okay? Towards the entrance of Sense Fortress is what I mean. So we're going to go over here. Snake Boy's not going to see us. We're going to fall and we're going to try rolling. Oh. We're going to kill him then. That'll happen sometimes. Just warning you. If he does that, just start attacking because you will get the drop attack on him. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Alright, so now we drop down here, right? So if that guy does that, he drops off before you, just drop attack him. Kill him. Don't worry about it. If he falls on top of you, though, that's when you gotta worry, because he will kill you. Alright, so then this ring right here is the Slumbering Dragon's Crest ring. And what this does is it makes it so that your, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Basically makes it so your footprints or your footsteps are completely silent. Okay? It's an interesting thing, right? Because you have this ring that makes you invisible. Right? And you have a ring that makes it so no one can hear your footprints, right? Which is an interesting pairing, if you think about it. Okay? So we're going to put it on now. Okay? So we have both. Now I'm going to reiterate this. Ring of Fog, Slumbering Dragon Crest ring. Okay? The reason, because dog boys over there are not fun to deal with. They hit like a motherfucking truck. Even if you've got 40 vigor, 60 vigor, doesn't matter. They hit like a motherfucking truck. You're not wearing armor. They're going to knock you off. You're going to die. Okay? So you want to wear this. They won't see or hear you right away. They will hear you and see you eventually, but you have to be past them before that happens. So we're going to get up the ladder and go straight. Okay? We're going to see a wall. Hug the wall. Run towards a fog gate. So just keep hugging the wall like this. Once we enter the fog gate, then we're going to run straight until we fall. The first straight. Okay? So we're going to go in the fog gate like this. And we're going to run just straight. Just fall off. Don't worry, you're not going to die. Just fall off. Like right here. You hit some bones. See those bones? And down there, there's another dog boy. Okay? Down there. Drop attack him. Kill him. Okay? Now, I know you can't see shit. I get it. But look for a wall right here. See this wall? This wall will lead you to something special. Okay? Another surprise bonfire. Okay? If you need to get the maggot helmet, get the motherfucking maggot helmet. Okay? If you need it. We're going to go back out. We're going to look for this right here, this column. Then we're going to look for a secondary column, but we don't want to go too far off to the edge, okay? So, there's a secondary column, which means I got to go right, okay? So, there's going to be a slope here, okay? And I'm going to follow the wall. Just follow the wall. Don't fucking worry about it. Just keep going, following the wall, right? And once we're out past the wall here, we're going to go left, like this, and there's going to be a tunnel. Just fall into it, like this. And then you'll be out of the Tomb of the Giants. Okay? Pretty simple shit. It looks difficult, and it is, but once you understand and you've practiced and you've done this a bunch of times, you already know where everything is and you don't have to worry about it. But it's very important that you have this combo. And I'll explain why when we get into the boss fight. Okay? So we're going to run past this guy. He's not going to do anything. Just stay on the right-hand side. Same with this one. Just run past him. When we get to this one's going to dip down for some reason and then keep on the the right-hand side of this guy. Like that. Just run past them. They're not going to do anything. You can kill them if you want. I just don't. It's a waste of my time. Like I said, I've said it before. I'm going to grab the soul of the hero right here. And then I'm going to stay on the left side and just kind of hit the slope and hang over the slope. Because if you don't, you will fall down into where the babies are, and you don't want to do that. That's not fun to deal with. And then go through the fog gate. Pretty simple shit. Hard to do, hard to execute. Sounds a lot easier than it is, I know. We're going to keep the combo on, and I'm going to explain why we're using this combo. It's because the skeletons in the back aren't boss enemies. The only one who's a boss enemy in this game, I mean, in this arena, is Nito. Okay? So Nito's going to see and hear you the whole time. The skeletons aren't going to see and hear you at all. What you need to do is stay towards the beginning of the area, right in this area right here, between these two different rocks. Okay? You want Nito to come towards you. You don't want to go towards Nito. Alright? If you go towards Nito, the skeletons will see you and they will all gang up and fucking murder you. Okay? So don't do that. Also, with Nito's screaming attacks, the way to dodge them is to see when he's about to shove the blade into the ground, then to roll. That's the tell. When he's about to shove the blade into the ground. Not when he puts his hand up in the air. No, when he's about to actually stab the ground. Okay? That's the most important part of that attack. So, we're over here. Let's get towards these two rocks. We're going to heal up. Wait for him to come to us. Okay? And he's going to keep walking. He might do a stupid ground stab attack. He might not. It depends on what he feels like doing. But we want him to come back towards these two rocks. We don't want to chase him at all here. We want him to come towards us. Okay? And the swipe attacks, he will not actually do damage. You can actually stay in his grill and he won't do shit. So, this one you have to avoid by moving. Yeah, see, look at, he won't do any damage at all. When he starts to do the AoE, just run away to a safe distance. And he won't hit you. Even though it looks like he can hit you, he won't. Okay? So, I mean, you can play around with that however you want, but pretty simple shit. Skeletons won't aggro, they won't attack you. You don't even need to roll that. Just fucking stay there and hit him in the face. Yeah, always attack him from the front. Yeah, that's number one. Don't ever attack him from the side because it won't do shit. Look at blade in the ground. See? Don't go too far that way. There's giant skeletons on that side too. So stay right here. With the stabs and like the downward attacks, you have to dodge them. With the swipes, you don't have to dodge. You literally just stand in front of them and it doesn't do shit. Because the hitbox is at the end of his weapon for some reason. And that's Nito in a nutshell. Basically. Pretty simple with that ring pairing, actually. And now at this point you can use Fap Ring whenever the hell you want and you won't have to break it. So literally from this point on in the game, you can just do whatever you want to do. Alright? So I'm going back to Firelight Shrine, okay? So I gotta explain Seath real quick because some people don't understand Seath. It's fine if you don't understand the rules of Seath. So Seath is a scripted boss, right? And he's... In the story, this is the way it works. You end up in Duke's Archives, right? And you meet Seath in the library, right? In one of the rooms, okay? Seath can't be killed in that room. He doesn't, okay? He just can't be. In speedruns, they have what's called the Seath skip. And in a speedrun, I mean, you can do it. It's a break. It's technically, you're basically breaking. So in no death, no hit, whatever else type of runs, you're not supposed to do that. Because what happens is you're actually blurring the lines between the rules of what a no hit / no death run is. So automatically, it's a big no-no to do the Seath skip on a fucking no death run because it kind of invalidates the run. Of course, that depends on your perspective. Of course, there's people that don't care, and it's fine. I don't give a shit if you don't care. But according to the community, don't do it. On a no-death, no-hit run, do not do the Seath skip. It's against the rules, okay? So when it comes down to what happens with Seath when you die to Seath is that it's an accepted death because what it is that in the game... What's up, Isaiah? In the game, you can't know how to kill Seath until you get to Logan, who's on the other side. Okay? So Logan is the one that tells you the reason why Seath's immortal is because of the crystal. Okay, so it's a plotted event, it's a scripted event, and you're meant to die there. You're not meant to survive it. Okay, so boundary breaking is a big no-no on no-hit/no death runs. You're not supposed to do it. Okay, speed runs perfectly okay. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, but on no-hit/no death runs, you're not supposed to do seed skip. You're supposed to take the L there. It's not considered a hit, and it's not considered a death according to the community. I'm not the one who set up the rules for these no death runs/no hit runs. These are well established, been around for a long time. I didn't make the rules. That's just how it is. So the way to accompany that is by getting a ring of sacrifice, and the nearest ring of sacrifice is right over here. The ring of sacrifice will make it so that your screen will not say you died. Basically, that's one of the only reasons why we even get the ring of sacrifice. Then, of course, it'll make sure that you don't get cursed. All that jazz, basically. There's a reason why we go after the ring of sacrifice. There's easier ways to do it. This is the way I choose to do it. You can actually drop down from up there to grab it. But I like doing it like that. It's much faster than having to go all the way up there and fucking grab this shit. So we're just going to grab the ring of sacrifice. Okay. We're going to homeward bone back. We're going to warp back to Interlando. You know what? We need more healing items, so we're just going to warp back to Firelink first. And we're going to get the 10 heals here. And we're going to upgrade the Estus Flask to +2. Okay? Yeah, I don't need that many more. I think I only need one more, really. So we're going to reinforce this again. Okay. I'm going to pop all this shit now. Yeah, he's a dude that sells the boss armor, Joey. So we're gonna get a lot of souls here, right? Okay, so now we're gonna level up. Alright, so I got 37 health. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna start pumping endurance. Okay. So we're gonna need more endurance eventually. So we're gonna go back to Interlando. I want 40 vigor. That's what I want. I want no more than 40 vigor, no less than 40 vigor. That's pretty much what I want. I want 40 vigor. It's best for me. Now, this is one of the instances where you don't want to wear the Ring of Fog. Like, quite literally, because what'll happen is the enemies will aggro a certain way and actually get you hit or killed. So, I'm going to put on the Fap Ring, because why the fuck not, right? And I'm just going to outrun them. You can kill them with a bow. I mean, you can do whatever you want to these people. You can do whatever the hell you feel like doing or you feel brave enough to do. So, we're going to go and run past the boars. Okay, so I'm not going to fight them. I don't like fighting them. I think it's a waste of my time. So, Ode Ellis. So these first boars, I mean, you can kill them however you want, or you can just run past them like I do. It's really up to you. That's your decision at your discretion, whatever. They're actually really hard to kill with a bow because their heads are fucking hard. You could bait him out here and he won't attack you, and you can shoot him with a bow until he's dead. There's lots of ways to kill him. It just depends on how you want to kill him or if you want to kill him at all. I don't care enough to kill him. There's really no point. I just avoid them. And then I usually just come in here like this, When we're on the platform, I'm gonna put on the Ring of Fog now. Okay. In a hitless run, you would use a bow here.
And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So, like, there's a lot. This room's full of enemies, right?
What you want to do is first you want to bait them all out with the sound of a bow, which is good for that, right? And there's a spot, like you see where my halberd's pointing right there? You want to shoot that wall with arrows. And they all gather in that spot right there. All of the bad guys will gather right there in that spot, and then you just run past them. But since we're not doing that, we don't give a shit. But that's how you do that hitlessly. That's how you do this area hitlessly. It's pretty fucking simple. It sucks. You know what I mean? Granted, it's not fun to do, but you can do it. I've done it. It's pretty fucking simple in concept. So that dude hit me pretty hard. I don't care because I'm gonna, you know, have to sacrifice anyways, so it doesn't really matter at all what he did to me. If anything, it makes it faster because he did it, so I'm grateful that he hit me actually. This is any percent, yeah, Phil. I'll do one that's all bosses soon though, because I haven't done one of those ever. I don't think all bosses no death tutorial.
I've never done the tutorial.
I already explained Seath, man. I already explained it.
Alright, so this guy's... I mean, you could parry him and kill him. I mean, I've done it. I did it last run, did it the run before, but we're not doing it this time. We're just going to keep it simple. Not everybody can parry, obviously. Most people probably don't want to parry that guy. Just run past him. It's going to be a crystal lizard. Just keep running until he moves. Pretty simple shit. And then you will get past him. And then I'm going to put the ring on now. But the first one does, what do you call it? Curse damage, the first attack, so we want a very specific attack to kill us. You don't want to go in that one because that one will curse you, okay? We want the orb attack is what we want. So we're going to keep running back onto this right here until we get the orb attack. And you can tell he's doing the orb attack when he lowers his hands like that.
Because it doesn't do curse damage, it just does physical damage. And that'll give us the rare ring of sacrifice, ring revival, and bring us to the spot where we belong.
I mean, I've done all bosses hitless before. I mean, no death, Phil, like at least 20, 30 times. So, I mean, this is pretty easy, but I mean, for me, they're all easy. So, I'm going to put back on the Ring of Fog. Okay. And then I'm going to load up my Homeward Bones real quick. Kill this guy. Yeah, I've done at least 30 or 40 all bosses, no death runs in this game, at least. We killed that guy, took the key, okay? We're going to open this. Okay, as soon as we open this, we're going to Homeward Bone. The reason why we're going to Homeward Bone as soon as we open this is because they're going to set out the squids, okay? Nothing wrong with the squids, right? But it's going to cause more problems. You know what I mean? So what you're saying is the Ring of Sacrifice negates the... No, it's because the fact it's a scripted death and it's accepted by the community, Joey. It has nothing to do with the Ring of Sacrifice. The Ring of Sacrifice just makes it so you lose your humanity or any of that shit. The Ring of Sacrifice is secondary. The most important part is that it's scripted, like in the story of Dark Souls itself, that you have to physically die to go talk to Logan to figure out how to actually kill Seath. That's the most important part of the run, actually. So come out here... Come back in real quick. Homeward Bone. Like this. It'll stop the squiddies. This is good on a hitless run too, by the way, because it won't be bothering you. We're going to run past the snakies. Like so. You can actually do it without the ring. And it's still considered a deathless run. You just have to make sure that you explain the fact that's the reason why you're taking the L there. Quite literally, because it's not a real no death run unless you actually die to Seath specifically. Because if you do the Seath skip, it completely nullifies the run itself. So you have to literally die to Seath. Bullshit, Joey. That's not it at all. You're just being a dick. It just makes it so that we don't have to fucking lose our souls or our humanity, bro. That's literally the only reason why. We're gonna kill these guys real quick. This is a tutorial, guys, so I'm not even going to respond to any of that. I know you guys are being silly, but there's no point. Thank you. Alright, so we grabbed the giant door key. Hold on one second. Alright, so since we grabbed the giant door key, I'm sorry I'm eating. We're gonna homeward bone again. It's faster. And then we're gonna run past the snakes, because the snakes are troublesome. On a no-hit run, you don't even want to have to deal with them snakes. It'd be pointless.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So, there's gonna be a bunch of dudes, run past them. The only one you care about is the channeler. Literally the only person you gotta give a shit about. On a no-hit run, you need to use a bow and do all this bullshit. Since this isn't a no-hit run, I don't really give a shit. So we're just gonna run past these fuckers
Where'd you find this?
and kill the channeler, who's on the left-hand side. Or try to, at least. Okay. Pretty simple. There's going to be a dude with a bow at the end of here. There's going to be a dude with a fucking sword right here on the right-hand side. Don't worry about the guy with the sword. He's not going to attack you right away. Kill the guy with the bow and run directly up the stairs. There's going to be a dude with a bow behind you. Be careful. Kill this guy. Kill the other guy with a bow. If you're right here, he won't even shoot you. Okay, let's check the durability on our weapon. Dude, our durability is shit. Should be enough to kill Seath, but it's still not good enough. And this is also where you would pop this guy here because he can't shoot you. See? If you're doing hit list, that is. You'd hit him with a bow here. Blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying. This guy is pretty strong, so be careful. Roll down there. Run around in a circle. For some reason, he can't hit you if you run around in a circle. So now we're going to go this way. We're going to go down the ladder as fast as possible. You'd have to kill this guy with a bow on a hitless run too, so he doesn't cause problems. We don't give a shit about any of that. I'm going to open this. I'm going to go upgrade my weapon because I don't want it to break.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Okay, and we reinforce. Crystal Halberd. Which means we're gonna have to get another chunk, which isn't hard to get. It's fine. Warp back to Duke's Archives. And this is another instance where the Ring of Fog is gonna hurt you. Honestly, at the beginning of this area. Because the crystal golems sometimes will attack as soon as you approach them. It's better to have them aggroed before you see them. So we're going to remove this and put this on and let them go ham. Next time, I'll do it tomorrow, Devin. I'll do it on Friday. How's that sound? That's actually easier than doing base game. Believe it or not. Base game, no death. I mean, DLC no death is actually one of the easiest things, at least in my opinion, to do. So, I'll probably do it on Friday. If everybody wants to see that, I don't mind doing it. Sounds like a bet. No, it's not a bet. I mean, I have plenty of no death, all bosses runs. You guys weren't here to watch them. That's not my fault. That's your fault. So yeah, like I said, you gotta avoid that guy. There's an invisible area here. You could grab this humanity. We should have grabbed it, actually. I think would have been wise, but whatever. Who cares? It's over. Passed it. I would love to see a DS3 tutorial. Yeah, we need to do that. I haven't done one. Like, ever. I've ran that game so many times, too.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Run past this guy. Invisible area. Look for the droplets. It's the best way. I'm trying to explain this, but I need to explain this better. The droplets. Look for the droplets hitting the ground. That's how you know it's a pathway. If you don't see that, don't fucking approach it. Make sure you stay on where the droplets are. I just know from memory. I'm gonna put on Michael's correct. So now we gotta put the Ring of Fog on right now. The reason is because of these clams. These clams are, what do you call it? These clams are troublesome. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways to deal with the clams. But honestly, you could just stay with this ring on in the boss fight and have no problem. You could also quit out. There's nothing wrong with quitting out. As long as it's not life-saving, you should be fine. Like, the clams are going to be, like, behind him. Like, see, they're right there. Like, they're going to be troublesome during the fight. They're not going to help you. So I'm just going to quit out. Like, you don't have to. I usually don't quit out here. But I'll do it this time because of that. So if you have that happen, just quit out. It's not going to cost anything. It's not against the rules. You just fucking do it. Just quit out. Not a big deal. And I'm going to go and run towards the crystal. He's going to shoot at me. It's fine. He's not going to hit me anyways. He's got the aim of a blind man, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put on the flippy ring because I love it. Because it's my baby. Right? And I'm going to wait for him to get closer. And then we're going to break the crystal. Right? Like that. And all I'm going to do is chase this side of his body. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to stay right here the whole fucking time. And I'm going to look at him to make sure he's not doing the orb attack. If he does the orb attack, get the fuck out of here. But if he does this, don't worry about it. Just keep attacking him.
careful with that shit, because he can kill you with those. He'll do that once in a while, but he mostly does it when you're using fire against them, for some reason. And that's Seath in a nutshell. That's also hitless Seath. The easiest way to hitless him. Honestly, just go around in circles until he's dead. It's pretty simple. These clams sometimes will see you, though, after the fog gate opens up. So be aware of that.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And then it's time for Better Chaos. So, we don't have enough humanity. So we got 19 for, and I got 4 on me. We're missing, what, like 3 humanity? So, this is an option, and this is what I've done before, so we're gonna go back to Duke's Archives. It won't matter because we're gonna do this, but this is an option. You could do the opposite and kill the Firekeeper that I killed earlier and just use her soul, but if you don't have enough humanity and you need humanity for the next part, because we're not going to do all the centipede bullshit and all that crap. It's a waste of time, too. We're just going to run up here. Oh, we didn't grab the key. Never mind. I'll be back. Yeah, you got to grab the key first. It's dangerous if you don't. So, I'm going to sit back here again. I'm going to go grab the key. We need the key to the cell. So, you can do this anywhere if you find one, whatever. But I mean, if you did what I did, which was use the soul for the wrong reason, then you know you're shit out of luck, kind of. But if you find yourself shit out of luck, this is a way to do it. You gotta grab the key from right here, and you gotta run back all the way to where you were. Okay. Why did these stay broken? I don't even know. They don't reset them or what? It's weird. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of the way, bro. Let's go. Thank you. It's better to kill that guy. Honestly, you should kill that guy. Same with this guy. You should probably kill that guy. Just to be safe. This guy you should probably kill if you're running back this way too, but we're not going to. Of course, my controller's gonna die. Ignore everybody, because that's what I do. I ignore all the assholes talking shit and all the assholes trying to hurt me. I'm pretty good at it. I've gotten really good at it, especially recently. Go down the ladder. Past the snakies. Yeah, use the other one instead. The fucking other Firekeeper soul. That's better. If you happen to do this, if you have 30 humanity, no matter what, just you need 30 humanity. Doesn't matter how you get it. Just get 30 humanity.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Alright, so these guys, you can kill them however you want. Doesn't really matter. Drawing them out by one is better than killing them, you know, all at once because you're gonna get swarmed anyways. The cool thing too is they drop humanity if you really need it. See? So I mean, there's one way to get humanity. Hey, what's up, Mike? How's it going? So like, if you really wanted humanity, you didn't have 30 at the end of the game and you just needed 2. Like, you could just do this. You know what I mean? It's a good way to do it. But then ultimately, the other option, of course, is Firekeeper souls have 5 humanity on them. So, I mean, you just have to pop it like this. See? I mean, it's really up to you. However you want to do it, ultimately doesn't matter. It's up to you. Since we don't have any homeward bones, I'm just going to take the L and not give a shit, really. Oh, I think we ran out of humanity. Never mind. We just fucked up. Oh, well, I guess we're going the long way. Fuck it. It's not like it will hurt me any. Alright, I guess this is a full run. Let's go to Firelink Shrine. Alright, so Demon Sage. Yeah, you could do that for the shortcut. That's what that's for. Like, if you're going to use the shortcut, that's the best way to do it. But we'll show the other way in case you don't want the shortcut anyways. So... the non-shortcut way is pretty simple too, though. We have to go this way. Because you want the shortcut. If you want to do this any percent as fast as possible, getting the shorcut's the best bet. The Quelaag shortcut is very important. But if you're not doing that, this is what you need to do, is you need to go this way. So there's 2 ways to do it. Like, for instance, on certain runs, like, and I'm not talking about no death or no hit runs specifically. You could do that because I've done that on my no hit run. That's what I used as the shortcut, the Quelaag shortcut. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that either. You can just, you know, fight the fucking bosses the way you're supposed to. Mike, thanks for the stars, man. So, same shit. Watch out for attacks. Run past. Not a big deal. We've been here a couple times already, so just come down here. If it's an all bosses run anyways, you wouldn't be using the shortcut. It would just be against the rules, kind of. Not against the rules, but you'd have to kill every boss anyways. So it really wouldn't matter too much. Oh, why did I lose my humanity? Yeah, no, I used the dark side, which gets rid of all your souls, too. Yeah, don't use the dark side if you want to remain and have all your humanity. It's not gonna happen. So back down, here we go, baby. Yeehaw, buckaroo. Alright, so we gotta go down here, talk to Quelaag, or just, that's where you would go for the shortcut. The shortcut's pretty simple. And if you have 30 at the beginning, like, before you even do Nito Bandito. You can get the helmet really fast if you want to use it for Nito. It really depends on preference and skill and memorization of the fucking map and all this other shit, though. It really does depend on your comfort level. If you're not comfortable, then get the fucking helmet. Don't not get the helmet. And if anything, I'm sorry to say that fucking Necromancer skull is jack shit. It is terrible, because you can't really defend yourself while you're using it. It's god-awful. It's a terrible fucking thing, dude. Honestly. So you would come in here like this, and you'd say yes, and he'd move out of the way. And then you talk to her, and you join the Covenant, and then you give her 30 humanity. She'll open the shortcut for you. And I'll show you where the shortcut is right now. The shortcut leads directly into the Bed of Chaos arena area. You don't have to fight these bosses I'm about to fight. But also, you don't get as many souls. You gotta remember that, because these bosses do have quite a few souls on them. So, I mean, it just depends on what you want to do and what your comfort level is and all that other crap. So, the Demon Sage he does one specific attack when he first starts, and it will kill you instantly if you're not ready for it. So I strongly suggest being aware it's going to happen, because it's going to happen. He's going to do it. And it's a giant fucking jumping goddamn slam attack straight to your face. Like he's ready to do it right before you come through the door. He knows already. He's about to smash the potato that is your head as hard as he fucking can. He's going to try it. It's going to happen, so you got to be ready for it. He's quick. And it does a shit ton of damage. It does like basically your whole fucking health bar if your health bar is too small. You will literally, if you have like 25 health, you're dead. Instantly. Instantly dead. 30 is kind of a safe range, but honestly, you still probably die. With no armor on and all that shit, yeah, you're probably gonna die. So, just be aware of that. Level vigor if you can. There's really no point in not leveling vigor. Soul down here. You can kill all these enemies right here if you want to, but it's a waste of durability on the weapon, which is already weak as fuck, by the way. So I don't do that. Not with the crystal weapon. So I'm gonna beat this guy back and steal his soul and then run past him. And these guys won't bother you as long as you run straight through. They'll start attacking, but they're not going to do shit. There's going to be one dude up here you have to avoid and make sure he doesn't do a specific attack. He does the jump, run through. If he does the strike, then roll through it. Once you get to this point right here, though, they will not come for you. They don't know how to get past this point. This is actually the gate for them. They leash from that point. They won't come past here at all, ever. Even Kirk, who invades when you're human, won't come past here. He just won't. Alright? That right there is the gate for the shortcut. If you gave her 30 humanity, you can go directly through that gate. Where we're going, we're not going that way. So, first attack's always going to be the same strike. An over the head fucking slam attack. Be ready for it. He's going to do it. Always. And then he's going to start flipping out a little bit. As long as you're behind him, he shouldn't hit you with the orbs. By the way, if he starts doing that orb attack that he does. Like that. See, I got stuck on the... You got to watch out for that. You don't want to get stuck on the branches. Behind him, it didn't hit me. Gotta just be behind him, that's basically it. Not too close behind him though, because you can still get hit if you're too close. You just gotta be the right distance away. It's Demon Fire Sage. It's probably one of the worst bosses in the game because he's so terrible. It's the same fucking boss you've been fighting the whole game, essentially. It's kind of a waste of an area, but it's not really their fault they ran out of budget.
check the durability on this bastard. 16 to 20, we're still good. If you need another chunk, I'm gonna grab one soon. So like if you're running out of durability, we literally only have one major boss left before the end of the game anyways. But durability is gonna come into question at some point. Because like 11, you're pushing it. If you're at 11, you're pushing it. This guy is irritating. I strongly don't suggest running all the way to the end over there to fight him. I strongly suggest just staying right here and fighting his ass. So first we're going to run out to the right, like this. Let him attack us first with his long probe. And then run directly onto his left side as soon as he starts to do it. As soon as he starts to wind up. Now, we're going to run to his left side. We're going to get right next to where he is. He's going to do a jump attack. Or not. He'll do a swipe sometimes. But more often than not, he will do a jump attack. Roll this way. Try to get towards his legs, but only hit him twice because he will start stomping like that. And then run attack to his face. Like, honestly, his legs are the weakest part of his body, so it's better to attack his legs. Wait for him to do something like a jump attack. He's gonna start doing fireballs now and jumping. Just run attack him, basically. If you can, if he lets you, because that fucking hand got stuck. Be careful when he does that. Oops, I didn't roll time properly. See what I mean by the moveset here? This moveset is trash, dude. Like, with that poke, you can't hit shit. Just run attack as best as you can. It's fucking, that's the only way to beat him, really, with this weapon. Run attack, run attack, run attack. It's basically it. I'm gonna give you the orange hard ring, put some armor on, because you're gonna need it for resistances when running across shit. This is not a bad set to put on. It still keeps you light rolling. You'd have to take your weapon off, which we're going to. So orange charred ring will keep it so you don't burn alive here. He gives you 60k. It's quite good. So we're gonna go for the great soul. There's a big great soul over here in the corner. There's a bunch of little lesser souls too, but they don't really matter as much as the great soul. These dragon butts on first patch were pretty brutal. I don't know if you guys played first patch Dark Souls. So then we got here, open this shit, take this giant hero soul, great hero soul, whatever you want to call it. These guys are going to get aggroed when you come up to them like that. At the bonfire too, they get aggroed as well. It's not a big deal, just ignore them. I suggest running up here. You don't have to run up here, but I like running up here. Alleviates a lot of the problems that I have in this area by running up here. And then there's a hidden bonfire in here. I'm gonna pop all the soul items. You don't need a level here. You can level after Beta Chaos. It's really up to you, honestly. Safety precautions if you want to level your vigor, whatever. Like, honestly, you could just do it here. It doesn't matter. Still gonna get 60k for killing Beta Chaos, though. I'm gonna level more endurance, though. And we won't need the halberd this time. We're just gonna load up the bow. Take the ring off because we won't need it from this point on. Literally, that's all you're ever going to use this ring for, is literally for that one specific spot. That's it, nothing else. This is going to be the cheese method. I don't care what anybody says. This is the safest possible way to do it without dying. So I'm going to explain it when we get up there. I'll explain it right now, actually. So Beta Chaos is a systematic boss. It's based on actions. It's like a puzzle, okay? Depends on where you run. Okay, you can do it all in one go and, you know, not quit out and all this stuff, or you can do it with fire bombs even, but the way we're going to do it is the safest possible strategy. What's up, Bo? We're going to use quit outs. So we're going to go right first. We're going to just break the orb next to his hand, basically. Then we're going to quit out. Then we're going to go left. We're going to use a bow on the other hand. And then the most important part of this is the third part, when we quit out and we come in. When you want Firestorm while you're sliding down, because if not, Firestorm's going to start when you're on the ground. The most important part of this is if Firestorm starts on the ground, do not run around. Do not start rolling everywhere. Just stay in your fucking place until you see that you're going to get burned, then move slightly out of the way. It's like Fire Giant. I don't know if you guys have fought Fire Giant, but there's a thing he does where he puts his hand on the ground and it causes this fire explosion. It's basically Firestorm, right? And what'll happen is he'll do this, right? And you can't run away, because if you run away, you'll get burned. You want to just walk where there's no fire, very, very slowly. And then, of course, there comes the attack. So, like the hand attacks, you want both hands attacking. You also want the claws attacking at once, because all these apps happen systematically. And when you get to the ledge, do not jump. Walk off. Do not jump. Do not roll. Just walk the fuck off. Run off. Don't run. Don't jump. I mean, don't run. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't roll. Just fucking walk off or run off. Do not fucking jump. You will die. Do not roll off, you will die. It's very important. A lot to remember. But don't fucking run and jump. Don't fucking roll off, you will die. This lady can do a lot of shit, so be careful. She can instantly kill you too with a fireball. But she's doing Firestorm, you can run past her. You're fine. Okay, we're gonna go down, go directly right. He's gonna do a slap attack. He's not gonna hit you right away, but then you have to bait the slap attack so you have enough of a window to crawl in there and break his hand. Okay, so there's the other hand right there that we're gonna go for. There's that hand we're gonna go for. Like I said, you can do this with fire bombs. Literally, it's not that hard to do it with fire bombs. It's actually really easy to do. You literally just stand in the middle and use fucking fire bombs. It's pretty easy. So we want that hand to slap the ground. So we're going to run up like this, then we're going to run away real quick. And if he doesn't do it again until he slaps the ground. But you don't want him to hit you in the back. So you want to run the whole time and then roll in here like this. Just keep rolling until it breaks. If it does break. There you go. We're going to quit out. Alright, now we're gonna go left. Okay? Yeah, it's a tutorial run. You go left.
Just stay left towards the wall. You will fall off if you go anywhere else besides the wall. We want to come past this route, and we want to go directly into the corner. Like this. He can't hit you from here. Okay? So we're going to aim for that spot directly right there. Slightly a little bit more to the right, really, to be honest with you. It's going to take like 6 arrows here. And that'll break the other hand. Then we're going to quit out again. Now, like I said, we want Firestorm. We absolutely want Firestorm to happen while we're sliding down, so it's not a problem. Okay? You need it. If not, then you have to wait it out, which is going to take longer. And it actually screws up the RNG a bit, too. So... Firestorm, baby. Come on, give it to me. Alright, no Firestorm, which means it's going to happen as soon as I land. Okay? See, don't move too far. Just real simple. Run up towards him so it starts to slap attacks. Run and don't jump. Just fall off like this. Wait for the second hand to pass. Then run up. Like this. Jump real quick because he can do an attack there, so you got to be careful. And just roll through. All the way to the end. As fast as you possibly can. And then shoot this fucker in the face and he's dead. That's pretty much it. But you have to bait the attack. You have to bait the attack. You have to make sure it's within a certain window, and you can't run and jump, and you can't roll off. You have to walk off. Or run off, whichever you want to say. And now we're ready for the last boss in the game. So we have one more level up. I'm going to show both methods of dispatching Gwyn, whichever you're more comfortable with. So I'm going to create a save file when we get to the fog gate. Gonna offer the souls to the Lord Vessel. Maybe we'll get one more upgrade stone first though, because this might break while we're fighting Gwyn, and that's never a fun experience, so let's go do that real quick. So the other place you can get an upgrade stone if we're really missing a chunk somewhere because someone didn't drop it, like the Crystal Lizard, which didn't drop it earlier, the easiest way to grab one is like this. Thank you so much for the stars, Bo. The firebomb strat, you have to be very precise, but it is very effective and very quick to do, honestly. Alright, so we're gonna go and let's go grab the thing we need. So this is one of the hidden interesting things in this game. So let me use my fucking souls because we're not gonna use them right now. So I'll just put 2 in vitality. Who cares? Okay, 30 dexterity is not bad, but you probably want to be more towards 40 if you can for damage output, basically. See, how many... Do I have any souls? I don't have no poppable souls at all. Well, that's going to be fucking terrible. And that's not going to be enough anyways. So, alright. This right here... This right here, rubbish. It's rubbish. Okay? We're gonna go back down the way we came. You should have more homeward bones. Next time buy like 5 or something because I didn't buy enough. Whatever, doesn't matter. Okay.
Luckily, we have the Ring of Fog, which helps a lot. Obviously, if you really need to do what I'm doing now, then do it. But we're gonna come this way. I'm gonna go back up here. We're gonna go back to Snuggly the Crow. Okay? Snuggly the Crow will trade. This is the thing. It's called rubbish, but it's actually really valuable. If you don't have what you need, like if you don't have enough chunks and you're screwed, kind of like I was with the souls, it's the same thing. Okay? You don't need to do this. You could probably kill him with the weapon the way it is, but if you really need an upgrade because it's gonna die, like your weapon's gonna break or whatever, you can always come here and drop the rubbish for Snuggly. This is just an exit, just in case. We could kill him with the weapon as is. There's no problem here, but if it's gonna break, and you're missing a chunk, and you really need one, this will fix it, because you can fucking get one right now. So it's very important you remember, if you're stuck, and you're like, God, this fucking thing's gonna break, you know, I need to go do this, or I need to go do that, you just do that. Safer, and then you just go back to the nest. No, it's in the first area. Literally at the Berg. Quite literally. You know what I mean? It's like right there. It's not even hard to grab. It's right there. So even if you wanted to set it up, you know, for the run itself, and you like either that or you're already like more than halfway through the run and the shit's gonna break, I mean, you might as well just grab it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna kill anybody to do that. You might as well do it. So now we're gonna, I mean, I could walk over there, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna go warp there. So he's gonna have, okay, so I've explained this before. I'm gonna explain it one last time. So crystal weapon will break if you use it too often and you can't repair it, okay? You cannot repair the weapon. And the thing is durability never goes up, right? So it's at 13 of 20 durability. You see that right there in the lower right-hand corner next to the weight, okay? It won't go up in durability. It'll break, right? The only way to do that, and this is why you hold off on upgrading it, is by upgrading it. Quite literally. It's the only way to make its durability go back up. Because now if you look at it, it's at 20 of 20 durability. The only way to do that. People are like, are you going to beat the game with crystal weapons? It's actually really easy if you know what you're doing. It's not that hard, and we're doing it right now, actually. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how getting past these guys first, and then I'm going to quit out. And then I'm going to create a save file so we can demonstrate both ways of killing Gwyn. So, there's a really interesting that happens though when you quit out in front of the fog gate. One of the Black Knights actually disappears. It's weird, I don't know why it happens, but it does, okay? What's up, Jane? Welcome. So the first guy we can literally just run straight through. The second guy we want to kind of get closer to, because the further away you get to him, the hard, like the different attack he'll do, just swipe instead of like a downward strike. You don't want that because he will hit you and he will stop you, and there'll already be this guy chasing you. So you just want to run past and jump here. Run past and jump. Just roll like once there, you should be fine. Same with this guy. Gotta get close to the
thing here. Watch out, he does that. That's exactly what I was talking about. You don't want to deal with that shit. Okay. This guy, you don't want him to hit you in the ankle. If he hits you in the ankle, it's the end of the game. You will die. Just stay on his right side. Then you're gonna go left, and then you're gonna go right. You're not gonna dodge. You're not gonna roll. You're not gonna attack or parry. Just fucking go left and right. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Pretty simple. Just go left, go right. Left, right. That's all you have to do, literally, to avoid those guys. Quite literally, that's it. It's not that hard. We forgot one more thing. Hold on. I gotta get the Mask of the Child. Let's go back and we'll redo it again. Yet again. One more time. So Mask of the Child, and I messed this up. I should have showed this earlier because I forgot. But Mask of the Child stacks with the shield we currently have. The way that you get it, if it doesn't drop from Pinwheel, you can either farm it, which is not fun to do, or you can get it, you can buy it from Patches. This is why I don't kill Patches, like, ever. Granted, I know Patches is a piece of shit. I don't like him either. Everybody knows that. But for 7K, right here, you can buy it. Or 8K, excuse me. Which stacks with the shield we're currently wearing. Okay? So we're going to do it again. I'm going to show it to you one more time. Okay, ready? Yeah, but you'd also be risking durability. And plus, if time is a specific thing to you like it is to me, you don't want to have to do that, Devin. You don't want to farm. You don't want to farm on a run like this because you're going to fucking mess with the consistency of it. So it depends on the person. So this is for everybody, not for me. You could farm these guys, but I think it's a gigantic waste of time. That's just me, though. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. If you want to farm them guys, fucking farm. Farm City, bro. Farm your ass off. I don't give a shit. Said, if this guy hits you in the ankle, you're fucked. Doesn't matter. As long as you're wearing Giant's armor, maybe, you could survive. But if he hits you in the ankle, you fall directly off and die every single time. And this part, like I said, is left and right. That's it, literally. Left and right. Left. Don't roll, don't jump, don't do shit. Just left and right. That's it. That's all you gotta do. We're gonna quit out here. When you get in the fog gate, usually if they're chasing you, what'll happen is the dude will actually swipe at you from behind, so you gotta be careful there. So we're gonna create a save file so I can demonstrate both ways of killing Gwen. Whichever you feel more comfortable doing. So first I'll show the no parry method. And I'll explain the no parry method as it happens. All you're waiting for is the jump attack. That's literally it. There's nothing else you're waiting. You want to punish the jump attack. That's all you're doing. The whole fucking time. Okay? You don't want to do anything but punish the jump attack. If you try to punish anything else, you're probably going to get killed. More than likely. No parry is very specific in this fight. So this guy would be attacking me from behind. Swipe twice. I'd roll right here. Like that. He's going to do a jump attack first. He always does. I'm not going to smack him. He's going to roll backwards twice. Like this. I'm going to stay in the center because you don't want to get caught in the walls. Okay? You don't want to get caught in the walls. It's bad times if you get caught in the walls. Does that roll to the right or the left? Don't roll directly into it.
Or don't roll directly backwards either, because you will still get caught in the fucking hit box for some reason. That's it. You just punish the jump attacks. That's it. Nothing else. Not even the grabs, because this won't stagger them. You have to just fucking punish the fucking jump attacks. That's it. Just keep rolling everything he does. Just everything he does, just roll it. Just the jump attacks. If you have, what do you call it, a reinforced club, you can double hit them because it will two-shot stagger. If you have another club, it probably do the same. You just have to be very specific about the timing with that. But you can do it. I've done it before, level 1, I've done it a lot of times, so. Just want to stay in the center, you don't want to go off too far. If he does that and backs up, go towards him because you will lose the lock on. You don't want to lose the lock on because he will fucking hit you. You will fucking get killed probably. He's being really stubborn, kind of, though. That happens sometimes. He gets stubborn like that, so just be patient with him. He'll eventually get bored and want to fucking do a jump attack. He can be stubborn, and you want to be circling the right side. You don't want to be circling left. Circling left is bad. So just always stay circling right when it comes to this fight. See that hit me? You see that? See where that at the end of that hitbox was? So yeah, be careful with that poke attack. It's worse in this game than in Dark Souls 3. At least the one in Dark Souls 3 makes sense. This one doesn't. Don't get impatient too if he only has like less than a quarter of his health. Because he'll probably fucking destroy you anyways. Like this, don't do this. What I just did. Don't do that. See, he still can kill you. No problem. There you go. That's how you do a regular no-death run, and if you're killing Gwyn without parry, pretty much, that's how you do it. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory. Just punish the jump attack. Pretty simple. Okay, now we're gonna do it the other way. Parry. We're gonna parry him to death. Okay, so the parry is very simple. When he does the jump attack, parry him. You want to go directly into using a flask. The reason why is because it baits the heal punish. The heal punish is actually the easiest of his attacks to parry. If he doesn't do the heal punish, he'll try to do a grab, which you roll away twice from. But then he'll go back into doing the same shit. So that's the most important part. Parrying him is way easier than doing it the way I was just doing it right now. So he's gonna be the same thing. Dude's gonna be chasing you from behind, right? This time we're gonna use a different loadout here. we're going to use the Hornet ring that we picked up from after killing Sif, which increases critical damage as well. So it makes it a little bit more damaging. You want to go straight into locking on and drinking right after. Like so. You may get hit, but it's not going to be a lot of damage, believe it or not. You have to lock onto him after you fucking get the crit, though. Remember that. You have to lock onto him, because it's going to unlock from him. Every time. And that's how you parry him to death. It's very easy to parry that. It's the easiest attack to parry in the game, in my opinion, because it's so slow. But that's how you parry him to death. That's the other opportunity to kill him, or the other way to kill him. And there you go. That's how you know Death Run Dark Souls 1 80%.
My lord, bless thy safe return.
Doesn't matter which direction you go in, you can pretty much, anybody can do it. You don't even need to get upgrades for fucking weapons except for the Crystal Halberd. It's pretty damn easy. It's not easy in the sense it's going to take lots of practice. I'm just so used to it, dude. I've got 367 no death runs in the Soulsborne series. So, I mean, take it slow if you're learning this. Don't feel bad if you can't get it right away. It's going to take a lot of practice. It does. I've been doing this for years. Literally 5 years I've been doing this. So, take your time. Don't be hard on yourself. That's just how it is. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.